Hello and welcome to the JB&M Sports Fanatic channel. What's good with you? It's your boy JB. Yes, a little late here, but had some technical difficulty here getting this one going here. Had to pull it up on my phone. Not quite sure what's going on with my laptop here, but here we go. And already I'm seeing that Pittsburgh is kicking a field goal and they missed it. So on the opening drive there, again, nasty weather in this one. You see the rain falling and stuff. It's going to be a difficult game in this one. They got the ground and pound here, but already the Pittsburgh Steelers out here missing. And so it looks like a little bit of rain, a little bit of snow out there. So crazy weather already in this one here. But on that drive there, Russell Wilson already accumulated 31 yards passing there. Jalen Warren, he had 2 carries for 22 yards there. He's the leading rusher so far in this one here. And Pat Firemouth, he has a reception for 22 yards as well so far in this one. And we got Mr. JB in the building here. He says that when I called, he was in prayer. Understand that? Okay. Okay, and again, every chance I get, I'll try to figure out what's going on with my laptop here, but for some reason, it's just not wanting to cooperate with me, so I'm having to use my phone for this one. Henceforth, the delay to get this one started. But again, currently right now here at the commercial, and again, Pittsburgh missed the field goal on their opening drive of the game here in the first quarter with 9 minutes and 12 seconds to go. We'll see what Cleveland does with the football for the first time when they come out here offensively and see if Jameis Winston and company can get things going on their end. And so Laney's in the building. What's good with you, Laney? What's good with you? How are you? How are you? And who's everybody rooting for in this one? Are you rooting Steelers or Browns? All right, and again, just awaiting to get back here from the commercial, but this will indeed. JB's got to use his phone here because, yeah, I tried using my laptop. That wouldn't work. Tried using my tablet. For some reason, that wouldn't work either. So had to pivot to using my phone, oddly enough. And again, for Pittsburgh on the year, they are 8-2 overall so far this season, 4-1 while on the road here. But Mike Tomlin and the Steelers, they've never won a Thursday night football game, at least under Mike Tomlin there. So we'll see if that changes tonight here. But missing that opening field goal there, that's not the way that Pittsburgh envisioned starting this game. And again, the weather pretty nasty out there. Samuel, what's good with you? And Samuel says, "Hi, what's up, bro?" And you say, "You're good tonight." That's what's up. That's what's up. Hope all is well. Meanwhile, Jameis got hit on that pass there. Incomplete. That ball came out kind of ugly there. And so, yeah, Jameis don't want to take too many shots like that. So we'll see what Jameis looks like tonight with the conditions being how they are. Let's see. Samuel says he's off from work now. All right, so 7:29 soon. Okay, bet, Samuel. Hope you had a good day at work. All right, the Browns here running the ball with Nick Chubb, and Nick Chubb gonna take it a couple yards there before he gets slung down by the defender awfully late there, but the referee lets him slide with that one. And again, JB's having to use his phone here for this one. Laptop's not working. That's why I didn't start on time there. Not sure what's up with that, but at least my other laptop there, so couldn't get it prime on that one. So having to use my phone specifically for this one. And that's insane though, because I literally got it pulled up here and it's just not wanting to work. All right, but here we go. Now 3rd and 7 right now for the Cleveland Browns. Up, there's going to be a penalty. Back them up. Back them up. Laney says the Steelers, she's thinking. So, okay. A little love there for Pittsburgh. Okay. I'm sure that Carmichael would be happy that I know Carmichael hates the Browns here. So every time I see Steelers and Browns, I think of Carmichael. But yeah, I mean, would I be upset if Cleveland pulled this one off? I would not be upset. But I'm hoping that they feed the football to the guys on my fantasy football team is what I'm hoping. All right, but 3rd and 12. Can Jameis find a way to get the first? Gets the snap in the pocket, throws it short. It's completed here. And that's going to be the running back Jerome Ford with the reception. He gets brought down near midfield, and they're going to be well short of that first down marker. Samuel says 5 days back, video vlog coming soon. So in 5 days, Samuel, that's what's up. That's what's up. It's getting closer. It's getting closer. All right, so here goes the punt here for the Browns. Looks like it's off the side of his foot there. Terrible punt. Goes out of bounds at least about the 26, 25-yard line. But there's a flag as well. And you can see the Browns and Steelers players, they're going after it. They're going after it here. So you like to see that in a divisional game. RC in the building. He says, JB the snowman. What's good, RC? How are you feeling today? How are you feeling today? And again, if you're wondering why is JB looking down, JB's having to use his phone here. That's why I couldn't start on time here. Had to use my phone because I don't know what's going on with my laptop. But for some reason, Amazon Prime ain't Amazon Priming for me for my laptop. So got to use my phone at least till I get that figured out. All right, so unnecessary roughness there against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And again, two teams that are pretty much going the opposite direction by every means so far this season. Steelers 8-2, Browns 2-8. Steelers 4-1 on the road, and the Browns, they're 1-4 at home. Let's see. RC said, JB, I seen your YouTube shorts. And so yeah, I put out a couple. Let's see. RC said, use the 65-inch tablet. Oh man, if it's 65 inches, then hey, bro, like it's being used. It's being used often. But even the tablet is messing with JB at this point. Even the tablet doesn't want to cooperate with JB. That's the insane part. That's the insane part. That is the insane part. Let's see. RC says, JB, I need a little bit of sound advice though. And let's see, you say one memento though. I'm making homemade popcorn. And so, oh man, RC's always eating the best of stuff. I feel you though. I feel you. Absolutely. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my tablet. My tablet's trying to charge me again when I've already got Prime Video and I'm already logged in. So I have no idea why it's trying to double charge me because I'm clearly using my phone, no problem. And the laptop just doesn't want to function at all, like when it comes to that, like at all. So I'll just restart this one and hopefully that fixes it. All right, let's see. RC says, JB Laney, I did do a timeless Cowboys rant, but I didn't release it. How could you not release it, RC? How could you not release it to the public? You say delete the app, reinstall it, and sign back in. And so, yeah, that's what I'm going to have to do. That's exactly what I'm going to have to do because it is tripping, like tripping, tripping. All right, so I'll try to figure this out each commercial break that we get. All right, so here we go. Steelers now with their second offensive possession of the game here, and already we got movement. So quite a few times already, we got a little bit of movement here. Guys feeling a little antsy right now. I don't know if it's the weather. I don't know what it is being here on a Thursday night here, but they got to figure this out here. We can't get a penalty for false starts and stuff like that. Like, come on now, hey, we'll do better than that. Do better, be better. All right, so here we go. 1st and 15. Shotgun formation here for the Steelers. Receiver goes in motion. They're going to feed it to the back and the back. Oh, look at Najee Harris there. A nice rumble by him. Picked up at least a good 11 yards there on the carry. But he's looking frustrated as if it could have been more. Says it could have been more. RC said, JB, I ate chicken 5 or 6 times this week. Well, my goodness, RC, give him a break. They say this should be the season for the turkey. Give them a break. All right, 2nd and 4 for the Pittsburgh Steelers offense right now. Shotgun formation. 4 receivers, 1 back. Snaps the ball. Wilson looking. Wilson on the move. Wilson trying to elude a defender. Goes out of bounds and loses 2 yards on the play. I never understand why a quarterback near the sideline just doesn't throw it away, but going to lose 2 yards there. Again, first quarter, 6 minutes and 45 seconds left to go here. We got a 3rd down coming up here for the Pittsburgh Steelers offensively here. Last possession out there, they kicked the field goal and missed it. But this time out here on 3rd down, can they find a way to keep the chains alive? All right, so we got 3rd and 6. RC says, so you reschedule the Talk Host football show to this Friday at 7:30 Eastern time. So 7:30 Eastern time this Friday is when we moved it. And again, we had to move it there because Zoe's been under the weather. He wasn't feeling up for it yesterday. So we went ahead and moved it to this Friday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. And it won't be all night because he does have another stream that he's going to do around like 10:30-ish Eastern time. So that's why I started a little bit earlier because we'll finish a little earlier as well. But man, what a completion. Or is it a completion? Yes, a completion. There, the George Pickens found a way to carry that one in. And Russell Wilson starting off right now 4 for 4 for 64 yards. And now they're going to run it with Jalen Warren on the carry. And he's going to pick up a couple yards. And Ward tried his best to separate the receiver from the football there, but was unable to. All right, 2nd and 6. Wilson up under center here. 2 receivers top of the screen, multiple tight ends, 1 back in the backfield. Currently right now at the Browns 43-yard line. Going to hand it to the back here, and Najee Harris. Najee Harris gets brought down after picking up a yard or 2 on the carry. 3rd down coming up here in the first quarter with 4 minutes and 48 seconds left to go here in the first. And right now the Steelers just trying to keep this drive alive. All right, Najee's going to head to the sideline. All right, so here we go. Shotgun formation for the Steelers here on 3rd and 6. Got to get 6 yards. Snaps the ball. Browns bringing pressure. Throws over the middle. Gets the completion, but he gets upended about 2 yards shy of that 1st down marker there for the Steelers there. So it's going to be 4th down coming up here, but 4th and short. Will they go for it here? Let's see what they call. But 4 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. And let's see if Pittsburgh's going to be aggressive. I see that Russell Wilson's heading to the sideline here. So is most of the offense there. But is that Justin Fields out there? Yeah, Justin Fields out there. So you know what to expect. Windy conditions here. Justin Fields is now out there here on 4th down, which means whatever they're going to do, either Fields is going to keep it or they're going to give him the option to hand it to the back here and maybe run with it. But let's see what they do here. 4th and 2. What play do they draw up here in Cleveland? They're looking for it. Snaps it here. Justin Fields not going anywhere. Terrible play design. You might as well just took a knee at that point if you're going to do this play because it wasn't going to work. It was never going to work because obviously you showed your hand there by switching the quarterback there. And quite frankly, that was just terrible design. Terrible design. Good job there by the Browns there to get back there and to stop them. Turnover on downs. How about that for Cleveland? How about that? All right, RC says, JB, so what I needed advice about was, man, I know you can understand this. So talk to me, RC. Let me see what's going on in the world of RC. And how could JB be of assistance here? All right, and again, about a good 3 minutes and 25 seconds left to go here in the first quarter here. So yeah, first quarter here. It's a lot of running, and this is going to be the theme pretty much throughout this entire game because you have the weather being a key factor right now, and both of these teams here, they're going to have to adjust here. Who's going to be able to establish that ground game and get key third down conversions the most? It's going to be who wins this game here. Pittsburgh had an opportunity to get 3 points, missed the field goal, missed the field goal. All right, let's see. RC said, I enjoy maintaining and making content, but you lost your job. You got a big chunk of money, say though. I'm sorry to hear that you lost your job, RC. Oh man. And said, but now you're scrambling to find somewhere to work. And meanwhile, it might switch your proper priorities. And so, oh man, RC, it was around this time last year, probably almost exactly this time last year. I think it was like around a week prior in November last year when I found out that my whole entire US department was getting laid off like a year ago. So I understand that. It took like I literally stopped streaming during that time to just focus on, all the other priorities during that time because I didn't come back to probably about close to maybe February, I think, if memory serves me right. So certainly focusing on the priorities there, that's going to be important there. How to stretch out those resources until you land on your feet there. And you're going to need that time to apply. So, I mean, if you feel that you can, get some streams in from here and there, then sure. But it certainly won't be the same amount of time as obviously, other priorities. This is how you support yourself. So certainly, understand what you're going through there. And man, wishing you the best of luck there to find, that next job and may that next job be even better. May it be even better, man. But I hate to hear that this happened to you, RC. Oh man. Let's see, you say switch your priorities with content because you're spending a lot of time working on a resume and doing applications. In this day and time, resumes and stuff, that's just the beginning of it. It takes a lot of, networking, finding people on LinkedIn, whether you're taking a route of, reaching out to recruiters, HR people, all kind of stuff there. And then they want you to all stand out. They want you to make, videos of yourself and stuff, write these long, like packets, like homework packets and stuff. It's a long process there, but man, I'm hoping that you find, work really soon, really soon. Brayden, what's good? What's good with you? All right. Meanwhile, Winston on the 2nd and 4 going to feed it to Nick Chubb, and Nick Chubb is going to pick up a yard on the carry. Third down coming up, third, and a long 3 coming up for the Browns. So can they find a way to get a first down here? That's the question. Jerome Ford's coming in. Jerome Ford impact here. Obviously, we know what Chubb with his carries here, but if Jerome Ford, they may have to utilize him a little bit more in the passing game. You would think because if they are going to pass the ball, targeting the backs at the backfield in this kind of weather is not a bad idea. Him and Joku, guys like that. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and 2. Jameis in the pocket. Jameis moving around, throws it incomplete. Got to calm down. He had the happy feet there in the pocket there. Just calm down and make the throw. It was there. It's like he felt the rush was coming, but the rush wasn't there. His offensive line actually did a tremendous job of giving him a pocket to throw. He could have made that throw. He could have made that throw. I understand being a little antsy there, but that's a throw he's got to make. That's one he's got to make. Let's see. Braden says, you thought I wasn't streaming tonight? Well, my equipment thought that too, Braden. It tried everything it could to prevent JB from being able to stream, but JB had to power through, and I'm using my phone right now. That's why I keep looking down right now. JB's having to watch from my phone because my laptop's just not cooperating with me, and my tablet, it keeps holding out on me. So you know how that goes. All right, let's see. RC says, so no, I'm biding my time with doing videos, but trying to stay focused on job hunting and focusing on splitting time with the kiddos. And you will try to keep doing content though. And so, oh yeah, certainly understand what's most important right now is definitely landing on your feet, RC, and getting that next opportunity there. So if you have to cut it down to, once, twice out the week or just something, and also, in the community post, just you ain't got to go into too much details and stuff like that, but just let them know, like, hey, you're not, retiring or nothing. You just got stuff you're trying to figure out, and you will keep them posted when you're, gonna go and do that next video or whatever it is, next live, all of that. Mike, what's good with you, Mike? Hey, how about Buffalo? How about Buffalo? They made your boy look brilliant for choosing the Bills to beat him. How about that? And he says, thumbs up. Appreciate that. All right, out of the shotgun, they feed the ball here. I believe it's Jalen Warren in the game there on the carry. That's going to be a pickup of a couple yards there. All right, let's see what they call here on second down. Let's see. RC says, "Yeah, JB, You said I'm gonna keep my head up and believe that 100%. And you're right. One company asked me to ask you to record an introduction of who you are and what you could deeply provide to their company. And so, yes, JB knows all about that. All about that. All right, completed to the tight end there, and the tight end's gonna be about 2 yards shy of getting to that first down marker there. So that's gonna take them till about the say about that 20-yard line. Or should I say 15? Sorry, actually a 19-yard line. Let's see. Samuel says NFL football game, Cleveland, Ohio. Rather rain and snow this evening, becoming windy with rain showers. That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely. But here we go. Second, 3rd and 2. Wilson throws it in there and gets the completion to George Pickens. And so Pickens is getting the better of Ward so far in this matchup in this one. It hasn't been easy, though. It hasn't been easy, but he's getting those catches. He's fighting for it too. We got about 22 seconds left to go here in the first quarter of play. We're still scoreless. We're still scoreless. So far, only the Steelers had an opportunity to get some points, but they ended up missing that field goal. So we're still scoreless in this one, 0-0. So if you took the under in this game right now, you're happy with how that's going. Otherwise, you might be a little disappointed. All right, but with 2 seconds left here, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter with our score still 0-0 in this one between the Steelers and the Browns at the end of the first quarter down here in Cleveland. So far in this one, Russell Wilson passed for 77 yards here so far in that first quarter, while Jameis Winston, 8 yards passing. Jameis Winston, he looks a little spook. I'm not going to lie. I know the kid spent a lot of time in college in Florida, then spent some time at Tampa, then with the Saints in the dorm. So, this might be a little tough for Jameis Winston. This might be a little tough for Jameis. So if you took the over on his passing, you're not thrilled with 8 yards in one quarter. That's for sure. Now, rushing wise, Jalen Warren, he's got 3 carries for 26 yards here for the Steelers. He's their leading rusher. As for Nick Chubb and the Browns, he's their leading rusher. He's got 3 carries for 11 yards so far. But right now, Cleveland offensively, they got to get something going. They've got to get something going here offensively here. And as for the Steelers, finishing with some points is going to be critical right now. You don't want to keep this going for too long without you scoring. All right, let's see. Mike says, Miguel back on the Packers. Oh, bet. I was hoping he would have been back with the Birmingham Stallions. There we go. RC says, Braden, we 5-0 Iowa. Braden says, Jameis doesn't know what calm down means. Yeah, you're right about that. You're right about that. Laney says, I'm sorry, RC. Mike says, Alex Miguel over Jefferson. There it is. Braden says, oh, yeah, RC, we're playing amazing, great team basketball. RC says, Laney, thanks. And JB, I'm in good spirits, even though I foolishly kind of deleted like 5 pre recorded videos. You just wasn't feeling it. And so, yeah, I understand that. I understand that, because obviously when you're recording a video, it's not like when you're doing an interview like live there in person where, you're just talking with them, engaging, being natural. But it's a video. So you're looking at a screen here, trying to be natural and stuff and actually have a conversation based upon what they want. Whereas if you're talking to an individual, you might do a little differently there. So certainly understand that. Certainly understand that. But just remember, you just keep putting yourself in those opportunities. Eventually, you'll get the results that you're looking for. So you just keep shooting your shot. Braden says, don't feel bad about that, RC. RC says, I woke up to rain and snow mixed together. I was about to say, are you in Cleveland, Ohio right now, RC? RC says, Braden, if I ever catch myself rambling and rambling, I'm not posting those. And so, yeah, I can understand that. And let's see, Mike says 8 yards. You pass for 8 yards. Well, The Rock says this. The Rock says you take your 8 yards. And I'll tell you what, Mike, I'm sure you remember a couple seasons ago when Mac Jones did equivalent to that for the entire game. Meanwhile, Jalen Warren on a carry might have picked up a yard there on the play. So we're now in the second quarter. Again, we're all scoreless right now, 0-0 here. Both teams trying to navigate the weather here, the physicality of here, because you want to run the ball. The only problem is these two teams, they happen to be pretty good at stopping a run, but it's a lot harder to pass. Now, Russell Wilson, he's already shown he's 7 for 7 passing the ball for 77 yards. So Russ, he's not new to this, okay? He wasn't born yesterday. He knows what to do. But Jameis, a lot of the times in places where he's played football, hasn't necessarily been in bad weather. So this is a disadvantage for him. All right, 2nd and 10 here for the Steelers. Draw play, and Jalen Warren, he's going to pick up a tough yard on that one. 3rd down coming up, 3rd and 9 coming up. So now you find yourself in another 3rd down. What's been working so far for Pittsburgh Steelers? Well, throwing the ball to George Pickens. That's what's been working. He's already got 41 yards in that first quarter alone. So I said keep throwing it to him. He seems to know what to do. Braden says, thoughts on the Pats right now, JB? Oh, man, Braden, how do I feel about the Pats right now? I feel encouraged right now. That's how I feel. I feel encouraged. Our young guys, the guys that we really need, I'm seeing a lot of good things from them. Now, obviously, the expectations were extremely low, but from what I'm seeing from Drake May, he's showing me accuracy. Oh, my goodness, speaking of accuracy, Russell Wilson, he went deep and he got Calvin Austin III for a big time reception, big time play. How about that? Oh my. From the slot, he lined up there, and Russ has been cooking so far in this one. I mean, let him keep throwing at this point. He knows what to do. He dropped that one in there. I'd like to know what in the world was the secondary person doing that time, because he was just loafing around back there. Insane, but big time play for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And let's see if this is going to lead to some points here. Calvin Austin III goes in motion, going to hit the Najee. Najee bounces off of one guy, but oh, he was almost tackled there. But oh man, I haven't seen anybody fight like that since Debo had to fight that Santa Claus for trying to rob him on that Friday movie. That's insane. I'm sorry, not Debo, Craig. That's insane. I mean, just look at that balance, because he should have been down. Now, he did lose that ball now. To say this and to say that, he did lose the ball after all he did. Lucky for him, Russell Wilson was on a swivel that time. Yeah, that ball was knocked out. Great job there by 58. He forced that fumble out. But Russell Wilson, heads up play to maintain possession. So all that, and you lose a couple yards anyway. 2nd and 13 here in the second quarter, but 12:07 left to go. And a timeout call by the Pittsburgh Steelers. But yeah, Braden, I'm feeling encouraged by what I'm seeing from the Patriots there. It's not like at the beginning of the season where teams were just beating us, like, just beating us, and it was just nasty, like real nasty, like we wasn't showing any signs of life. But now I see Christian Bazemore for the first time this season, suiting up, going out there. He's in good spirits. He was a guy that we extended. We have a lot of faith in him in the interior, and that's big, to have our starting, nose tackle back. That's big. Gonzo's been playing great, tremendous all season. Doesn't matter who lines up against him. I just wish we had somebody else on the other side of the cornerback. Drake May looking fantastic there. Happy about that, and the receivers, they're actually stepping up here a little bit. So I'm happy about some of the stuff that I'm seeing. There's obviously a lot of things that we still need to work on here, but I'm encouraged. We're actually competing with games, and some teams we actually have a chance to beat. All right, 2nd and 13, play fake. Russ throws it to Najee Harris. Now there is a penalty. Keep that in mind. And Najee gets tripped up there, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see. RC says, I'm not Mr. Beast or Tom Grassi. I got to go to work, JB. And so, hey, JB feels you. JB feel you there. JB feel you there. As Justin says, nah, JB right on the outskirts of Chicago. And so, okay. Well, that explains a lot there. That explains a lot. RC said he's used to that. Braden says, my problem when it comes to videos, I get creators block and can't think of anything to post at times. And so that is definitely something right there for sure, which is one reason why I am happy that I chose the sports route, because I don't have to sit there like a comedian and think of what's going to be the next wave or whatever, is going to really be funny. It's just whatever the sports news is, talk about it. So not too much, thought processes in there other than just making sure that the research and the sources, they align. All right, but here we go. 3rd and 10. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back, and they have the ball from their own 32-yard line. Russ looking, I'm sorry, from the Browns 27-yard line. I'm tripping. And gets the completion, big time completion, to about the 24-yard line. All right, let's see if JB can get this Amazon Prime thing, because I'm missing it on my laptop here. This is just too small for JB. All right, let's see. RC said, JB, I'm actually happy you canceled Monday's stream. Way to throw JB under the bus like that. All right, but here we go. Boswell, a 43-yard field goal attempt here for the Pittsburgh Steelers here in the second quarter with 11:07 to go. Kick on the way, and the kick, it is good. It is good, but there's a flag. Hold up, there's a flag. Oh, that penalty's gonna wipe it out, guys. Penalty's gonna wipe it out. They're gonna have to back them up at least 5 yards here. Yeah, that entire left side just completely jumped early. All right, let's see. Samuel says live stream stopped out. Am I paused? Am I frozen? Brandon says I will be having some big videos coming out sometime in December, though, which really looking forward to. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. I'm looking forward to it as well. All right, a 48-yard field goal attempt here, and the kick is good. All right, so he converted on that one again. So now we have some points, guys. We actually got some points here on the scoreboard. Steelers are up 3-0 thanks to that 48-yard field goal attempt there by Chris Boswell. The Pittsburgh Steelers now take the lead, kicking it into the wind and snow. How about that? Let's see. Mike says, reported on Thursday Night Football that Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson has undergone surgery for the Achilles tear he suffered this season and is currently focusing on his rehab at this point. And so, yes, he's got a lot to work on, because first you got to rehab. Then once you rehab, you got to get better than what you were before, because that ain't going to cut it. So he's got his work cut out for him. All right, let's see. Mike says the Steelers have an amazing record. Mike, where do you rank the Steelers in your top five? If you want, well, assuming you have them in your top five, if not top 10, but let me know where you have the Steelers ranked and the teams that you have ranked ahead of them right now, if you don't mind sharing that with us. SCRC says, Braden, I was just doing a video earlier, talked for 2 minutes, and then started saying, oh, you did the infamous that JB likes to do. Then you hit stop, video over. Oh man. Yeah, that used to be something that JB used to deal with a lot back when I was doing recorded videos and stuff before I got aggravated, because the videos, I would go through 30 something minutes on a video, and then at the end of the video the audio would just be missing whenever I uploaded. Like I can hear it there, but when I uploaded it to YouTube, it would be just MIA, and that made JB furious. So I stopped doing that. Let's see. Braden says Russell Wilson's been proven you're wrong this season. And so, yeah, I got to give it to him. I got to give it to him, and I got to give it to Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin didn't succumb to the pressure of sticking with Justin Fields just because you're winning games, because a lot of times if you're winning games, you'll stick with the guy who's winning, because, like, why fix something that's not broken? But he knew that if his team's going to ever get to the point where he needs for them to get, and that's beyond the wild card spot, he's going to need to have a quarterback who can legitimately throw it. You can't have a quarterback that's missing open receivers deep. And so Russell Wilson has been able to connect with those. So what can I say? You guys know I'm a big, advocate for wanting to see Justin Fields have a great career. But that being said, though, Russ was definitely the right move to start. And yeah, he's been proving JB wrong as well. Let's see. RC says, JB, what are the pluses to owning one of those? Pluses to owning one of those? And so, I'm sorry, what are we talking about owning here again? I forgot what we're talking about here. All right, so no return here by Cleveland. I'm going to need Jameis Winston to start throwing the ball to Tillman because my fantasy team is going to definitely need that. At least get him a couple catches here. Let's see. Braden says, I've been doing that too, RC, but not when it comes to videos. All right, RC says, I'd be scared to see the Chargers in the playoffs, JB. So Chargers would be a tough team. They'd be a tough team, depending on who you are. I mean, because like even the top teams, you can sell that, hey, they're gonna bring it and stuff. It's just they find ways to lose. But if they can ever cure themselves of that, then that'll be big. And hey, maybe it started against Cincinnati. Maybe they figured it out. Maybe. All right, but here we go. First and 10 here. Shotgun formation, three receivers, one tight end, one back. Jameis throws it, gets the completion there to the receiver, and the receiver making it do what it do. Big time play there, and that was Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy had a big time reception last week. I think it was like 90 something yards. All right, can this be Jameis Winston waking up now? All right, here we go. Shotgun, three receivers, one tight end, one back from their own 35-yard line. And Jameis Winston throws this one, gets the completion again to Jerry Jeudy, and Jerry Judy's going to take it to about the 42-yard line. Mike says Bills could clinch the AFC East title before their next game. Here's how. Uh-oh. Brayden says, yeah, Drake May's been looking really good. And by next season, hopefully you can win those close games once your team gets better. Hopefully, T. Higgins, could he be a future Patriot? I don't know. Maybe. Seems like he wants the money. RC says Bears or Vikings, JB, this week. And so, oh, I'm going Vikings with that one. Going Vikings with that one. All right. Gives it to the running back, and that's going to be a first down here. Nick Chubb picking up the first down with 9 minutes and 20 seconds left to go here in the second quarter of play. Braden says nailed it. Braden says it actually snowing pretty hard. Samuel says, you, Josh, good, okay, live stream. Absolutely. Appreciate that. Braden says, I'm not frozen. Bet. And let's see. RC says, JB, so you're really telling me you want to cover my horrible Cowboys on Monday night? Not really. Not really. Meanwhile, Jerry Jeudy again. I mean, that's great for him, but for JB's fantasy team's sake, please get Tillman involved, please. Can we put Porter on him? Because Porter's getting cooked right now on this drive. Samuel says, "Oh, is your Wi-Fi going crazy right now? You got to figure that out, Samuel." Let's see. Mike says Steelers have top five, have to be top five, don't they? And so, I mean, I wouldn't see why not. I wouldn't see why not. They certainly should be. They've proven, that they can beat Baltimore. And Baltimore I had in high regards, so I don't see why not. you know I could see a 4 or 5 case, 4 5. Meanwhile, another strong carry here by Nick Chubb. 8 minutes. I'm sorry, that's not Nick Chubb, that's Jerome Ford. I saw the 4 and assumed that was Chubb by the way he was running, but Jerome Ford getting it done on the ground. All right, so Mike says Bills, Chiefs, Lions. He said you decide the order. And so, yeah, pretty much you decide that order there. All right, gets the first down there on the quarterback keeper. I ain't gonna lie, Jameis Winston looks like he's cold. Oh man. Mike says Russell Wilson resurgence. And he says 73 Chargers had to take serious, but their record is good. You said the Ravens at 7-4 are better than their record. I agree with that. All right, Winston throws, gets the completion, tackled immediately. And that was Nick Chubb with the reception. 6 minutes and 55 seconds left to go here in the second quarter of play. And again, the score is Steelers 3, Browns 0. But it seems like here in the second quarter now, Jameis Winston at least has figured out how to get the ball to Jerry Jeudy, especially on this drive. All right, 2nd and 9 with 6 minutes and 35 seconds left to go, and the Steelers up 3-0. Let us see what Cleveland can do here with the football. Again, current drive, 7 plays so far here. Snaps the ball, shotgun, feeds it here to the back, and he's going to pick up about a good 4 yards, 3-4 yards on the play. 3rd down coming up for Cleveland. So can they find a way to get a first down here? Obviously, in a game like this, if you could choose, you prefer not to have to rely on the field goal unit. Let's see. Mike says that the Broncos look dangerous at times. Was it more so the Broncos looking dangerous last week, or did Atlanta defense just look horrendous last week? I had to drop them in one of my fantasy leagues, although there was no good option to replace them with, but I had to drop them. I said I'd rather rock with Carolina defense than have to put that defense out there again after what Bo Nix did to them, because Bo knows. But that's what Atlanta gets for firing up Bo Nix prior to the game, like they made the remark about him staying in school forever. So he came out fired up. Unless the RC says NIU football is sad now. You love to see it. They're used to being sad, RC. They are. All right, so we got a 4th down coming up right now, guys. 4th and 1 with 5:20 left to go in the second quarter of play. If you're Cleveland, do you go ahead and quarterback sneak it, or do you give it to Nick Chubb? I say feed it to Nick Chubb here. Got a lineman going in motion. Jameis is going to follow my advice. Give it to Nick Chubb. And Nick Chubb gets the first down here. Look at that. Big time first down for the Cleveland Browns to get it to about the 10-yard line. So now we're talking, obviously they're in the red zone here. They've got the end zone on their mind. On 4th and 1, he picked up at least 5 yards on that carry. Excellent job there by Nick Chubb. I'm sorry, I didn't even read that, Mike. You say Falcons, paper Tigers, and you say Buccaneers just not tough enough with all the injuries that they got as well. Add that. But there's a Steeler player right now being looked at by the medical staff here in the second quarter with 4 minutes and 53 seconds left to go. And the Steelers up right now 3-0. But can the Browns find a way to get into the end zone first? We'll find that out. Mike says, "Will the real Vikings and Packers please stand up?" He's begging them, please. Laney says, "Yeah, go Broncos. Bet. Mike says, "The 49ers are frauds. Don't let the Rams or Cardinals fool you." So you're saying they're all frauds. What about the Seahawks? How do you feel about them? Because it's pretty much like still like a 4-team race. It could go either. Any team can get it, really. Any team could. RC said, "Did someone say Friday Niners?" Oh, man. Mike says, "Eagles want to knock the Lions out of the first, but how good are Commanders really?" I'm glad you asked that, Mike. How good are the Commanders really? Well, to keep it a buck with you, in my humble opinion, the Commanders to me are a wild card team. And when I say wild card team, I mean like a 6 or a 7. Right now, they're good enough to beat the teams that they're supposed to beat. They're going out there and they're doing business against them. But you match them up against a top tier team, and they're not going to be able to do it. Although it will be competitive. It will be competitive. But right now, and that's not a knock on the Commanders at all. They're just, rookie quarterback, still young here. I'm rooting for the kid. I really am. And so hopefully he stays healthy. Nobody wants what happened with RG3 to happen to Jaden Daniels and stuff like that at all. So, but, just right now, not too many teams have game film on the Commanders offensively there. And I like what their little, combination they got in the backfield as well. Scary Terry, but they're going to need another top tier receiver to help them take that offense to the next level. So that way they can, take down a top team. So in my opinion, they're a wild card team, but they're an early exit. The ceiling for this team is perhaps getting to the second round. And that's if they get a favorable matchup against someone like an Atlanta, which is probably either going to most likely be in Atlanta, because I don't see Tampa doing it. Can't trust the Saints. So by default, it's going to probably be Atlanta. So, that's the matchup they want if you're the Commanders. Again, just from how things stand right now. Let's see. RC says Cooper Rush is so garbage. You said I almost took him out and sat him on the front curb. Oh man, that would have been brutal. That would have been brutal. Absolutely. And just a reminder that yes, tomorrow JB will be live streaming JB, Old Man Mob, and Indizo as long as he's feeling well. We'll have that stream tomorrow. Matter of fact, and Joku about a yard shy of getting to that end zone. I just picked up Njoku in one of my other fantasy leagues. And by the way, JB's fantasy teams right now, we are hitting stride finally. I know early this season we got off to a slow start, but it's all coming together, especially in the two leagues that I care the most about. It is all coming together now for JB in fantasy football. But here we go, 2nd and 1. So you got 2nd and 1. I would love for Tillman to get a little pass in the end zone. That would make JB's day. Long drive, 11 plays, 78 yards here. But can they cap it off in the end zone? 2nd and 1. Feeds it to Chubb, and Nick Chubb gets the touchdown for Cleveland. Somewhere out there, I know Carmichael is throwing chairs. He is pushing everything in sight right now. He is screaming, I know. Carmichael is furious, his hatred for the Cleveland Browns, and he's a Steeler fan as well. Oh, man. And JB, on Saturday, I will be live streaming the Buckeyes and the Indiana Hoosiers. So that is the game that JB will be live streaming on Saturday, guys. So the next play-by-play on Saturday is going to be the Buckeyes versus Indiana. So number 2 versus number 5. All right. Meanwhile, extra point is good. So Cleveland up 7-3 here in the second quarter with 4 minutes left to go. And what a drive they put together, guys. What a drive they put together. They fought for that one. Mike says Cowboys are garbage. RC like the Giants. And how about that? Daniel Jones demoted to 4th string quarterback, guys. I mean, that's embarrassing, guys. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to miss the Daniel Jones era down there in New York because he kept them consistently bad for the most part. So I'm going to miss seeing them that bad. But that's about it. He took the money and he ran with it. So I hope while they watch all these Saquon Barkley highlights and stuff like that, I hope that they're like, man, we let that guy go because we chose to pay Daniel Jones. Whoo! Funny how the NFL plays out sometimes. Let's see. Mike says Seahawks might be number 1 there. Okay. Mike says to take the garbage, Washington, you say perennial stink and make them really good. Daniels need rookie of the year. And so, oh man, there are some good candidates for rookie of the year. This guy won't win rookie of the year, who I'm thinking of, but he's having a really good rookie season. And that's Brock Bowers, the tight end out of Georgia, the rookie tight end for the Raiders. They don't have a lot of good things going on, but Brock Bowers, he is a good thing going on there. So I know he won't get offensive rookie of the year because, quite frankly, his team is straight up trash. There ain't no other way to say it, straight up trash. But shout out to Brock Bowers in the season that he's having as well. I'm happy for a lot of the rookies that are out there just balling. And I mean balling. Braden says, dang RC. Meanwhile, the Browns are getting ready for kickoff. Braden says, fantasy points. Says, let's go. RC said, what time is the Ohio State Indiana game at? It's going to be 12 o'clock Eastern time. 12 o'clock Eastern time. Mike says, Indiana, let's go. Mike, how can you go against the Buckeyes like that, Mike? I thought we had an alliance, Mike. I went for your Buffalo Bills and everything. How are you going to go against my Ohio State Buckeyes? I know you like to root for the underdog, but come on now. This is JB's team. All right, let's see. RC says, JB, do you think it was ultimately a good idea for the Chiefs to finally lose a game? Yes, I think it is good there, because what happens if you clinch the division too early? Guys start to lose focus. They start loafing around. You have to start worrying about how long do you play guys in a game, because it doesn't mean anything. And if you play too long, too many games that don't have any meaning, it typically sets you up for a first round exit, or second round exit, I should say, if you have the first round off. It just, a lot of times, if you get more than maybe 1 to 2 weeks off, it really messes with the focus, because it's not something you can turn off and easily turn it back on just like that, when other teams have had to keep it on just to get there. So I think this might have actually been a favor. And not only that, the things that they're not doing well, it gives you the opportunity as a coach to say, this is what we can improve upon. And guys actually realize, like, okay, we need to really do that. Whereas if things are going good, they're like, yeah, I hear you, but it's working. Oh, Russ dropped the ball. He fumbled the ball. Russell. How could you? He fumbled the ball. Oh, Carmichael's never going to forgive him for that. He fumbled the ball. Let's see. Mike says Daniel Jones is absolute garbage. And RC says maybe Daniel Jones really is Daniel Gons. Gone on Jones. What if Daniel Jones went to the Cowboys, guys? Wouldn't that be wild if he ended up on the Cowboys, bruh? Braden says, JB, I got to win out basically to make the playoffs, but Mike Evans is coming back, so that helps. Oh, man, do you really have to win out, Braden? In my league, that's the case? Well, you know what? I say that as if it's a long season left. I say that as if it's a long season left. But oh man, I didn't realize things were like that. I did not realize that things were like that. All right, so here we go. Let's see. Braden says every rookie quarterback has looked good too. Well, if you ask Bears players, they might tell you something different, but I feel you there. All right, she said, why won't my Cowboys play Trey Lance, JB, and Braden? Well, I feel like they will moving forward. They may not start him, but they'll give him some packages. All right, meanwhile, quarterback keeps it himself there to get the first down. Offensive line says, get away from my quarterback. But yeah, I mean, I feel like at some point they'll switch over, but because of how Cooper Rush did previously from years prior, they wanted to give him an opportunity to go out there and see what he can do. But apparently he ain't doing it either. So at some point, Trey Lance will get his opportunities because the season is away. So it's all about evaluation right now. If you're the Cowboys, so you're going to evaluate both Cooper Rush and Trey Lance. And then when Trey Lance does get his opportunity, if it works out, you trade him for whatever you can get. Let's see. Braden says JB knows a thing or two about going undefeated and losing the wrong one game. And so, see what you did there, Braden. I see exactly what you did. Let's see. Mike says fourth time. You said Bills always clean Chiefs clock in the regular season. Yep. And then get a whooping in the playoffs. That is true. That is true. But you know what? All it takes is one time to finally surpass and get that monkey off your back. This could be the year. It could be the year. It could be the year. Who knows? Braden, what's that tight end for Penn State's name? I know this is random, but the tight end for Penn State. I got a bad feeling that the Kansas City Chiefs are going to end up drafting him to be Travis Kelce's replacement, and I do not want that to happen because the kid is really good. The tight end that they have at Penn State and how they use him to where he can do a little bit of everything back there. I mean, you got tight ends out here running the ball and stuff, like, I mean, if he gets to the hands of Andy Reid in that offense, I'm gonna cry because that's like they're gonna have another monster for another decade. So I don't need that. So I am highly concerned that in this upcoming draft, the Chiefs are gonna sneakily find a way to get him because that would be the most Kansas City thing to do, honestly, especially since Kelsey's having some days where he's just an afterthought at this point. I could totally see that being the case. Mike says Browns GOAT. Let's see. Braden says, one answer, RC. He isn't good. Oh, man. Braden kept it a buck there. Keeping it a buck. Said, my man is not good at football. That's why. Well, when you put it like that, Braden says, right after I said he proved he was proving me wrong. Let's see. Mike says, I just never seen Indiana good before. I feel that, but still, it's still to be just as good with one loss. Let's see how she says, fumble Wilson, cha, cha, cha. Oh, man, this is wild. All right, gives it to Chubb. And Chubb's going to pick up a couple yards here. A minute 50 left to go here in the second quarter. And again, if you're Cleveland here, we're just going to go ahead and run the offense because the weather's bad. So, short passes, all that stuff. Take your time. Russell gave you a gift to get the ball right there where you're at. And there's going to be a penalty. That's not what you need. That's not what you need. A penalty right there. Braden says, haha, RC. Let's see. Braden says, well, Caleb looked good against you guys. Let's see. Mike says they use a third for Trey. And so that's terrible. RC says, Cooper bust, you mean? And Braden says, this game's gone by fast. And so it's all about the game script in this one because they have to run it because of the weather. So, yeah, time is moving a lot. But Jameis looking to pass it here in the pocket, throws it, and gets the completion. My man got straight up happy feet, y'all. He got happy feet. Look at him in the pocket. He just does not feel comfortable staying still in that pocket. He has got to move this, that, like all the time. Let's see. Mike says who the Patriots are going to draft. And so, honestly, Mike, it depends on where we end up at. We want to go offensive lineman. We do. But I've seen a couple cases there for McMillan, the receiver from Arizona. I'd love to see that personally. I've also seen a couple people throw out the cornerback Will Johnson from Michigan as well to go opposite side of Gonzo, which I'd love that as well. But quite frankly, it just depends on if we're picking like top 4 or if we're picking top 6, like that's going to be a big difference for us because I feel like we go offensive tackle first, but only if it's like a top 3 pick will we go offensive tackle because if the guy that we really want's not there, we might can, get a little creative there. So, but right now, even JB doesn't know because I don't know where we're going to be picking from. But I could see a receiver or another corner. All right, 3rd and 7. Here in the second quarter with 1 minute and 27 seconds to go. And feeds it here to Nick Chubb. And Nick Chubb brought down immediately there. So 1 minute and 18 seconds to go. 4th and 6, which is going to bring out the field goal unit here for Cleveland to try to make it a touchdown game. Oh, wait, no, never mind. They're going to actually go ahead and line up to try to go for it here. Okay, so Cleveland said, we're here to play. I don't understand it, and I honestly don't agree with it. I feel like you take the 3 points. I could be wrong. They could get it, but I'd feel a lot better kicking the 3 points here if I'm Cleveland. A game like this, you get all the points you can. All right, 4 seconds on the play clock. All right, they're going to go ahead and call timeout there. Okay. Because I was about to say, like, this is when you take the 3 points. Seth, what's good with you? What's good with you? Seth, the man, the myth, the legend. And he says, go Browns. Okay, bet. Let's see. Brandon says, Tyler Warren. Oh, yeah, I could definitely see the Chiefs drafting same as I could see them drafting Worthy, and they did. And so he has Kansas City Chief written all over him. And that bothers JB because I'm like, no, not them. Because if he goes there, it's a great chance he's going to reach his full potential, which, I mean, good for him, but still, it's going to continue the legacy on over there. So, absolutely. All right, so now 34-yard field goal attempt coming up here for the Cleveland Browns. Again, 43 seconds here before we reach halftime. The score right now, Browns 7-3. And let's see if the Browns can tack on 3 more points here. Thanks to the gift by Russell Wilson to give them great field position. Kick is on the way, and the kick, it is good. So tack on 3 more points there for the Cleveland Browns to make the score 10-3. here in the second quarter. Cleveland on top. Mike says, I'm actually amazed Chubb is playing after that injury. Not sure how. I'll tell you how. This man's got grit, determination, willpower. And hey, it does help if you've been through an injury before and you kind of sort of know how to recover from it there and what it takes step by step. But still, I'm with you. To be doing what he's doing at this stage already, an injury like that would have kept another running back out for the entire season. But Nick Chubb is back out there, and it's wonderful to see. I thought that to myself earlier today, how great it is to see Nick Chubb out there, one of the few bright spots for Cleveland this season. RC said, what's Cleveland record? Anything good? Cleveland record on the year. They are 2-8 overall. 2 wins, 8 losses. You heard JB correct. Braden says, Elijah Moore looking good. I forgot who he played for before. Oh, yeah, it was the Jets. You know what? Sometimes I do forget that he played for the Jets as well. So, oh man, oh man, oh man. Braden says 2-8. All right, man. JB's right behind here. RC says, JB, the good news is you're over 900 subs. The bad news, I've only got 1 sub in 6 days, stuck at 904. Hey, sometimes that's how it is on this journey there. Sometimes that's how it is, but the good days make it worth it. Braden said, been there, RC. RC said, Braden, they're a disgusting pig team. Let's see. Seth says, I was happy about Chris Boswell missed 58-yard field goal. And so, oh man, I bet. JB was so close to picking Cleveland beforehand to win this game, but I said I didn't want to take the risk and fall another game behind the old man on our picking, the teams and stuff. But I was super close to picking Cleveland to win this one. Braden says, oh yeah, many people forget the Chiefs had Tony Gonzalez at one point, and so that's right, Tony Gonzalez. Absolutely. So they know a little something about great tight ends. That's a tradition there. RC said Cleveland Cavs finally lost the game, but 17-1 still sounds impressive. 2 straight W's after the loss to the Celtics there. Yes, I did watch their loss to the Celtics there. I did. And Samuel says next week, and so that's right. Next week is going to be Thanksgiving week, so that's going to be a fun week. We're all looking forward to that for sure. For sure. All right, let us see. All right, kickoff about to be on the way here. All right, no return here by the Steelers. All right, so let us see with 40 seconds remaining here. Let's see what Pittsburgh opts to do. They've got only 1 timeout, while the Browns have 2. So will they go ahead and take this to halftime here? Seth says he's ready for some turkey. Yes, that he is. That he is. Some good old turkey, dressing, all of that. Wilson throws over the middle, gets the completion here. And Russell Wilson's accuracy tonight has been on it. It's just been on it. Now Pittsburgh's hurrying up. They're hurrying up. Russ lining them up. We have 23 seconds to go here before halftime. Gets the snap. Wilson from the pocket. Wilson throws one to the sideline, throws that one away. 17 seconds remaining. 2nd and 10 coming up. RC said, JB, I feel like Cleveland Cavs are legit though. And RC says, JB, how you feeling about your Lakers? What are they? 11-4. And so honestly, RC, I am feeling very positive about the Lakers here. I am feeling positive here, but I know that it's early. And the important part is, can we stay healthy this entire way? Can we continue to have, X factors? And when I say X factors, the guys that can swing, our record a good 5-10 games, either direction, either direction. Like, are we going to have D'Angelo Russell actually find the role on this team and continue to contribute in a positive way, or will he go back to doing D'Angelo Russell type things and be a hindrance to us, moving forward? Those are still questions that it's going to take time to truly know that answer. But from where we are right now, I do like what I'm seeing. I do. Seth says your Golden State Warriors are good this season. And so I was about to say, is everybody in the chat a Golden State Warrior fan? Is everybody rooting for Golden State? I know we've got Seth now. We've got Braden as well. I mean, is everybody here a Golden State fan? Is JB the only Laker fan? No love for the Lakers here at all? Anybody? Or just somebody not Golden State? Laney as well saying go Golden State. Oh man. But no, I see Golden State putting in that work. They really are. It amazes me how they're able to do what they're doing, you know, with just, it's like plug and play almost. All right, but here we go at the half. And when we come back from halftime, Cleveland will get the football first. But here at the half, the score is Browns 10, Steelers 3. So we are here at halftime. Jameis Winston, 9 of 11 for 78 yards passing in this one. Meanwhile, Russell Wilson, 11 of 13, 147 yards passing. Leading rushers in this one, Jalen Warren for the Steelers, Nick Chubb for the Browns. Chubb, 9 carries, 27 yards rushing, and a rushing touchdown. Meanwhile, Jalen Warren, 5 carries, 27 yards here. Leading receivers in this one for the Pittsburgh Steelers, it's actually Calvin Austin III, who's got 1 catch but for 46 yards, so he's got the leading receiving yards. And Jerry Jeudy for Cleveland, 3 catches, 39 yards so far in this one. We'll see what the second half brings there. The first quarter was scoreless, but the second quarter, the Browns outscored the Steelers 10-3. Russ fumbling the ball, that was critical. Steelers got to hold on to the ball because Najee Harris, he did fumble that rock earlier in the game as well. So cannot allow that to continue to be a theme. But yes, we are currently right now here at the commercial. Ah, there it is. JB's finally got it fixed on his laptop here so that I can free up my phone finally. Absolutely. Meanwhile, Samuel says, hi, Laney. And RC says, Paul Pierce wheelchair. JB, if you wanted to troll, I changed my name to Paul Pierce's wheelchair. JB's good on that one. JB's good on that one. JB thinks he'll pass on that one. All of a sudden, things just got really hot. So there we go. All right. And Tablet, you have been fired once again. All right, let's see. RC says that although when Kobe was there, you say he was a huge Lakers supporter. And so, oh, yes, I miss those days so much. So much. That's when JB was actually watching, you know, just about every Laker game I could find on TV back then. Now I just casually look, glance. From time to time, I'll tune in, but it's nothing like what it was before for JB. Miss those days so much. Seth says, I'm happy that Cleveland gets the ball in the second half because they may score in the second half. And so, hey, you're right. You're right. Anything is possible. And Jameis looked like he was finally figuring it out there in the second quarter. First quarter, just figuring things out there. With second quarter, I think he figured it out. Now, if he can just do JB a solid and target my guy Tillman and stuff like that, that's all I'm asking for. Cedric Tillman, that's all I'm asking for. Ooh, meanwhile, I see that the Charlotte and Detroit game is in overtime. I'm gonna need that game to end right here, right now for JB. I didn't even know that. Did not even know that. All right, let's see. RZ says it's 39 degrees with light rain and snow mixture. What's the weather there, JB? And so, oh man, yeah, for JB, it is currently. All right, so right now it's weather's actually pretty good right now for JB. We're talking about good 53 degrees here. So JB's loving it. JB's loving it. 53 degrees. RC said, JB, pause. You said we got to talk about Dalton. Hey, yeah, yeah, Dalton. He's been tremendous. That is also another positive thing in terms of something we didn't have last year there, and so that this kid is legit. I was shocked that we had the opportunity to even draft him based upon what he did at the collegiate level and his skill set. But you know what? That has been tremendous for us. That was our steal of the offseason there. When everything else failed, that worked out. So yeah, you're right. You're right. Should have gave the kid props early on, knocking him down. Archie said, wait, it's another game on too, JB. And so yeah, JB's over here tracking this one. I'm just like, please let this game end already. Why did it have to go to overtime? But yeah, the Pistons and Hornets is the game. But I know they also got Minnesota and Toronto. That one is a close one as well. 79-77 in the fourth, about 11 minutes to go. And you got also the Jazz and the Spurs, in which the Jazz are up 74-65. Samuel says halftime now. Absolutely. It is halftime now, right now, Samuel. So if you're going to make a stop at McDonald's or anywhere, this is the perfect time to do so. All right. All right, and again, still right now, of course, at the half with Cleveland up at the half, 10-3. Can Cleveland finish this one in the second half? We're going to find that out. But this game has been moving as one would expect. Bad weather. But even with the bad weather, though, passing wise, they've done a pretty good job passing the ball in terms of like just being accurate. Pretty good, pretty good. Samuel says, I'll be back. And so Samuel says he'll be back. Okay, bet that. But yeah, Steelers doing a tremendous job passing the ball. I think it's safe to say that Jameis Winston is not probably going to reach 40 pass attempts in this one. He's been throwing it more than 40 times in each game that he started so far this season. But with the weather being as it is, that will not be the case. All right, let's see. But again, still right now here at the half. All right, and again, just awaiting here for halftime to be over and see the adjustments that these two teams are going to make out there. All right, let's see. It's funny that Rex Ryan believes that he's the answer to the Jets' problems. Oh man, I would love to see them make the same mistake twice. I would really thoroughly enjoy that. But the question becomes who should be the next head coach of the New York Jets moving forward? I feel like whoever they bring in has to be somebody that's going to bring in a strong culture. And so, Rising Rhino, what's good with ya? Says, hey, yo, what's good? Let's see. Rising Rhino says, what up, J to the B? And so, Rising Rhino, talk to me. What's good? What's good? I hope all is well with you and the family. I know Thanksgiving's coming up soon, man. So I hope you got big plans for that. And I hope that you're doing well. I hope that you're doing well. Let's see. Rising Rhino says, let's go. And so appreciate that. Yes. He says, keep up the grind, my man. And so, yes, yes. So talk to me. So now that the CFL has concluded, what's going to be, I guess, the main focus for you aside from obviously, the NFL, but what's your schedule going to look like? Because I know you did a lot of the Canadian Football League. So what's it going to look like for you moving forward now? Let's see. RC says Josh B just announced as the new coach of the New York Jets. And so, oh man, I don't think either side wants that. I'll retire quicker than Bill Belichick did in that case. To join the Jets, the team that JB despises, perhaps more than any team, tied for the most at least. Nah, give me the Raiders job. Give me the Raiders job. I'll be more happy with that. He's right here, Rising Rhino. We have RC right here. We can't hide him. We cannot hide him. All right, so here we go here. Cleveland with the football starting off at their own 30-yard line shotgun formation here. Jameis Winston in the shotgun. gets the snap. Winston throws it and gets the completion there. Oh, receiver lost the ball there towards the end, but I believe he was down. And gets that one to the tight end. Let's see. RC says, I'm hearing rumors that Belichick could coach the Cowboys, however. And so, oh man, you're going to hear a lot of Belichick rumors. You're going to hear a lot of them. But you know what? There might be a little bit of merit to it, especially for the Dallas Cowboys there. I know a lot of the former Cowboy players, they want for Dion to be that guy, but Dion's happy where he's at if we're keeping it a buck down there in Colorado. But I think Jerry does have some admiration for Bill. And after seeing the team, knowing that there's not much he can do in terms of, like with the salary cap and blah, 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 you've already committed to your core guys. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think Jacksonville is the place that he ends up at, but I do think the Cowboys is more, at least realistic. All right, but here we go. 2nd and 7 here for the Cleveland Browns. Jameis up under center here. Play fake. Jameis looking. Jameis flushed up the pocket. Jameis throws it. Gets the completion finally to Tillman. Tillman lost the ball. Are you kidding me, Tillman? And wow, Jameis flew down there for that tackle. My goodness. Trying to fight for the ball and everything. Wow. Wow. You just lost the ball. You finally get a catch and you lose the ball. He's trying to make JB lose his fantasy league. That's what he's trying to do. RC says, I don't see Jerry Scary Jones giving Bill all the keys. I don't think anybody will. But I think that Bill understands that. I think he understands that at this point. At least I hope he does for his sake. RC says, Mike McCarthy grinds my gears. I can't stand him. And so, oh man, I understand that. Drop the Mike McCarthy and Scary Jerry Jones. All right, so here we go for the Steelers after that fumble from their own 25-yard line. Going to give it to Najee Harris. And Najee off the right side. Look at all that space there. And he picks up a solid 9 yards there. He had Thornhill jumping left and jumping right. Feeds it to Harris, and Harris gets enough for the first down, picks up 3 yards. They say the ball came out. They're pretty adamant about it as well. Did Cleveland get the ball back? And yeah, he's definitely down. Definitely down. But man, it is hard for these running backs to hold on to the ball in this weather. All right, 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Gives it to Harris, and Harris is going to pick up maybe a yard in the play. And Samuel's back. Guess who's back? Welcome back. All right, so we got 2nd and 9 coming up again. Third quarter, 12:05 to go with the Browns on top right now, 10-3. And let's see if the Steelers right now can find a way to keep this ball moving from their own 38-yard line. Shotgun here. Tight end goes in motion. Going to feed it to the back here in the back. Off the right side, that's Jalen Warren. And Jalen Warren's going to pick up 2 yards there on the carry before he's brought down. Third down coming up with 11:40 to go here in the third. All right, so we got a little 3rd and 7 here. All right, let's see. RC says, JB, I was watching Nightcap. You say, UNC Shannon, Unc Shannon was talking about how the Cowboys got too many repairs needed in their house. Like, how they going to fix a broken toilet and a leaking roof at the same time? Oh, man. And look at this first down there by Jalen Warren there, making the play. And that's big time. Yeah, that was big time there. But you look at that replay. Ooh, was he short? Was he short? All right, gets brought down. And that takes us obviously to the commercial here. Let's see. RC says facts. You say Uncle Shannon do know his football and how to paint out a proper analogy. That he does. That he does. That he does. And again, we're at the commercial here. All right, let's see. RC says, I'd add we got a broken toilet, a leaking roof full of holes, floors that need sanding badly, and a front door that got tore off. You said, JB, what will save your Cowboys? Y'all sound about as toe up as that roof y'all got out there with stuff falling from the ceiling, man. It's a lot. It's a lot. Like that's a lot. Like it's gonna take a community effort at this point, RC, to fix that. I don't know how that gets fixed in one off season with all those holes there, especially with all the money glued to certain players that you're not so certain whether or not you're in love with those guys or not. That's a lot. All right, and the Hornets just won in overtime, 123 to 121 over the Pistons. All right, so Samuel says new post at the community. And so, all right, you just dropped that one today. That's what's up, Samuel. That is what's up. All right, receiver goes in motion. Gonna hand it to the back here, and the back's gonna pick up a couple yards here. And that's Jerome Ford on the carry for Cleveland. Let's see. RC says, Ocho said it might not even be 1 year fix. And so, really, what depends on what the goals are? Is the goals just to get back to the playoffs and be competitive, or the goals to actually try to compete for a Super Bowl? All right, another carry there. This time here for, I believe that's Nick Chubb on a carry. All right, so we got third down coming up. And old man Mob in the building here, gracing us with his presence. What's good with your old man? What's good? He says, how do you say how we do JB and chat? You say, man, you picked the Steelers to win. And so I picked the Steelers too, because I did not want to be wrong about choosing the Browns and things didn't work out that way. But I had a feeling that they would win, but I didn't commit to it. But here we go. 3rd and 4. Quick pass. Ball's deflected there. Incomplete. Tried to get it to Tillman there, but it's incomplete. 4th down coming up. Let's see. RC says, oh, here comes old man Mob. LOL, what up? What's up? It's nice to see the crew coming through. And Samuel says, hi, what's up? And what's good, old man? And now Kenneth is in the building. Kenneth, what's good with you? and you say, hey, friend, how are you doing tonight? And so JB is doing pretty good because unlike this game, JB's in good weather here. JB's enjoying his day here. But hey, kudos to them. We're already seeing bad weather football, guys. That lets you know the time of the year that it is right now. Absolutely. But yes, and you say, how's you feeling tonight? You're doing better, a lot better. That's great, Kenneth. I'm happy to hear it. Happy to hear it. RC said my phone tried its best to say, "Old man Bob." What is he, Bob Kraft? Oh man. Old man says, and of course the week you put Chubb on the bench, he already got 10 points. Who'd you bench him for, old man? You should have thought about this one. The weather being as it is, mean that they were gonna have to run the ball a lot more than normal, even if it is against the Pittsburgh Steelers there. You know, JB could have gave you that advice. I could have. Let's see, old man said, what's good, RC and Samuel? You say, I'm good. How about you guys? And again, we're at the commercial here. Again, just at the commercial. All right, so getting ready to return back to the action here shortly in this one. Again, we'll see who can get the first points after the half here. Well, I should say in the second half. Let's see. Oh, it says Eckler because Chubb had 4 points last time you started him. Oh, so you chose Austin Eckler with B Rob being back in the fold of things. But they are going against what? The Cowboys this upcoming week, which I feel like is more of a B Rob type of game there because they'll be able to run the ball and they're going to want that physical run game that Brian Robinson brings them. So because of the weather, I would have leaned towards Chubb still, but I can understand that. I can understand that. All right, so from their own 20-yard line here, Wilson gives it to Jalen Warren. And oh man, Jalen Warren trying to get to the corner here. Some excellent moves before he shoved down out of bounds. But excellent carry there by Jalen Warren. Let's see. Old man says, I'm not going to win this year. You say you lost 3 games because you had the wrong guy on the bench. See, fantasy is not about what the player did last week, but what he's going to do this upcoming week. And you got to be able to see that. You know, you can't be too much reactive, but you got to be able to be proactive when it comes to starting the right players. But man, I was hoping this was going to be the year. But speaking of fantasy football excellence, JJ is in the building. What's good with you, JJ? What's good? It's a good time to be JJ right now. You know, got the Thunders, you know, doing Thunder type things. Vikings doing great. How are we doing, JJ? Talk to me. All right, incomplete there. Linebacker looked like he got a finger on that one. 2nd and 10 coming up. Let's see. JJ says nothing. And he says 8-3 right now. So there it is. There it is. 8-3. How many more games you got left before y'all playoffs start, JJ? And where are you currently right now in the standings? Because JB's fantasy team got off to a slow start in 2 of my leagues. And since then, I mean, we've been on a tier. Honestly, I think we got offended, honestly. We're on a tier now. All right, Steelers going to hand the ball again to Warren, who stumbles and get back to the line of scrimmage. Third down coming up here in the third quarter with 7 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. Let's see. JJ says he's in first place. Of course. We expect nothing less from JJ. But you're going to bring home the championship this year, right? All right, here we go. 3rd and 10 here in the third quarter, 7 minutes and 28 seconds to go. Shotgun formation right now for Russell Wilson and the Steelers from their own 34-yard line, facing 3rd and 10. Takes a snap. Brown send 4. Wilson takes a deep shot, has a man all by himself, and that's going to be a completion there and a first down. He was all by himself there. Heck, I think I could have made that catch, to be honest with you, in that weather and condition and everything. I could have probably made that catch and hit the ground also. But look at that. Corner, let him go. DB, too much cushion. Nobody near him. And that's Van Jefferson. They treat this man like he's a scrub, but he ain't no scrub. My man said he got a championship ring. Put some respect on his name. JJ's got 3 more games. And he says, yeah, he will. I know you will, JJ. I believe in you. You got this. Total domination the rest of the way. All right, but it was 6 minutes and 30 seconds left to go here in the third quarter of play. And again, the Browns leading right now 10-3. Can Pittsburgh do something about that score? Let's figure it out. Braden says he's going to keep it a buck. He says he would have dropped that pass in the snow. Well, luckily, Braden, if you're playing for Iowa, you probably wouldn't have to worry about too many passes there. So you'd have been good. Just can you run the ball is what they want to know. 2nd and 11. Wilson on the move. Wilson turning on the Jets. And he's going to stumble for it for about 9 yards, maybe 10 yards on the carry. So Russell Wilson barely getting away, but he got away. And just shy of that first down marker. Let's see, Samuel says, new post in community, add a comment now and like to, or add a comment 1 from, and you say at Laney. And so, okay, let us see this community post. Just give JB a second here. All right, 3rd and 1. Najee Harris. Oh, Najee Harris not going anywhere. Not going anywhere. So 5:05 to go here in the third. Again, the Browns up 10-3. So now we're going to get to see Chris Boswell come out here. Will he make this kick? Will he miss it? Oh, man, look at that. Look at it. It's just pouring down right now. Look at that weather, guys. I'm not going to lie. JB, with my vision and stuff like that, I'd be having to guess where the goal poles are at this point. I wouldn't be able to see it clearly. Look at the snow as it just comes down. 41-yard field goal attempt here. Wow. All right, let's see. Okay. Oh, wow. All right. So I went ahead and commented there. Samuel, you should see that JB commented there. JJ says, I was good last year and this year you're even better. Because you say your only competition is yourself. All right, but here goes the Steelers here on 4th and 1 right now. 4 seconds right now on the play clock. Snaps the ball. Russ looking. Russ feeling the rush. Russ moving around here. And Russ is going to throw that one in. It's going to be completed near the sideline there and finds his tight end. Excellent job there. Russ having to work around, tap toe, all that stuff, but he finds a way. My man was back there tap dancing in the pocket, but found a way. Let's see. Samuel says, thank you, buddy. And of course, Samuel, because we got your back. And JJ says, other people are dealing with injuries and you're good. Oh, man. JJ not only selects the great players, but he finds the players that are not injured. And that's so critical when you're in fantasy football, selecting players that are not injured. And also, if you have a great receiver, like say you got CeeDee Lamb or something, and his quarterback gets hurt, that hurts you as well. You know, like I had Tyreek when Tua was out, even with Tua being back, it's Tyreek ain't Tyreek. They just really, that wrist injury is really annoying. So I have to have reasonable expectations for him, but I'd rather have him than CeeDee Lamb, I guess, right now. I guess. I don't know. They are throwing the ball a lot now, but I guess. All right, 2nd and 6 here in the third quarter with 3 minutes and 33 seconds left to go. Again, the Browns leading 10-3, but Pittsburgh, they're on a mission to try to find the end zone from the 10-yard line. Oh, high snap. Russ has to catch it. Russ got to lose some guys, get brought down here. Terrible play from the get-go. Terrible play from the get-go. 3:08 to go here in the third quarter. All right, here we go. 3rd and 13 for the Steelers. Here snaps the ball. Russ looking. Russ throws it out there, gets the completion, but he goes out of bounds there. And that's George Pickens with the catch. 4th down coming up, however, with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go here in the third quarter of play. All right, so let's see if he can convert here on this field goal attempt. RC says CD Lamb or DVD Lamb. Oh, man, not the DVD version. Anything but that. Kick on the way. And the kick, I got no idea what the football is. I got no idea what the football is. I could not see the football, but he made it. Referee says he made it. I could not see the football once once it left his foot there, but he made it. All right, 10-6 is the score right now. Browns on top here in the third quarter with 1 minute and 56 seconds left to go here in the third quarter of action. So how will Cleveland respond? Samuel says new soon post on the community on it's going to be November, Thursday the 28th, and happy Thanksgiving Day. So I'll be looking forward to that post there for sure. Yes, Thanksgiving coming up really, really soon. This year has just really flown by extremely fast. Braden, how many wins does the Iowa football team have currently right now? Like, are you guys in a position to potentially look at a bowl game, a decent bowl game? How's that looking for Iowa? I've got no idea. I feel like every time I turn around, it's either a nice win where I'm like, okay, or either it's a loss. I'm like, oh, really? They lost to these guys? Oh, wow. All right, let's see. RC says Samuel's favorite Christmas song. And Laney says, I'm thinking about making something besides deviled eggs for Thanksgiving this year. What should you make? And so that is an excellent question there in terms of what you should make. I guess the real question is, what else is everybody else going to be bringing? So that way, obviously, we don't duplicate anything else. But please, everybody in the chat, let's help Lainey think of what else should Lainey make this year for Thanksgiving aside from deviled eggs. That's a very good question there. We got to go through our entire list of must-haves for Thanksgiving. And so, RC, I know you can lead us off with this one, RC. I know you can. But that is an excellent question. I'll star it here so that way we can have that up there. What's good, Lefty? What's good with you? What's good with you? What's good with you? How are you today? All right, let's see. RC said, JB, you could have asked me. All right, so Samuel says apple pie. And so some good old apple pie. I was thinking myself sweet potato pie. And if not sweet potato pie, then pumpkin pie. But Lainey specifies something easy, guys. Something easy. So RC, she's talking to you. Let's see. RC says, Lainey, pineapple spiced rum upside down cake. And so, oh man, RC. She said easy now. Let's see. All right. Laney, that was not easy that I said. And so, yeah, that was not easy at all. Oh, speaking of not easy, what a catch made by the Browns. Wow. And that's Whiteheart. Jameis hitting them deep. Hitting them deep. But I think everybody is leaning towards desserts. They are leaning towards desserts right now, I feel like. That is what everybody's leaning towards. And Nick Chubb on the carry. Gonna pick up some yards there. And again, still third quarter with 55 seconds left to go here in the third. And again, the Browns are up 10-6. RC said, what is Iowa's football record? You said, I know. What is their football record, RC? Samuel says, I love favorite Christmas song name is Elvis Presley's song Christmas. And so Samuel says that's the only way to bring in Christmas. Meanwhile, Nick Chubb again, this time brought down. Third down coming up. Might have got back to the line of scrimmage, and they can run out the rest of the third quarter. And again, this game is flying by really fast, like really, really fast. Okay, they're going to run one more play here right before the end of the quarter, and they throw it here to Tillman, and Tillman bounces off of one guy. Tillman fighting, but not enough. Not enough. He's going to be short. It's going to be short. Oh, no, is he hurt? Oh, come on, Tillman. You got to be okay. Need you to be okay for my fantasy team, please. RC says, JB, we are like 10-1, not in the sport of football. Not in the sport of football. RC says, tries not to laugh. Yeah, buddy, not in the sport of football. Nah, not happening. Nobody's buying it. It may be for sale, but nobody's buying it. Nobody's buying it. Let's see. Samuel says NCAA college football game playoff soon. And so, yes, college football soon. How do you guys feel about the whole debate about the SEC? Are they being represented fairly considering their strength of schedule? And then you look at some of the other teams that are up there in that conversation who, yes, they're undefeated, but maybe they haven't played, anybody that's decent all year, or maybe they got one loss and a sorry schedule. How do you guys feel about that? Should you be rewarded simply just because you played tough teams? Or how do you guys feel about the playoff picture right now and how that looks? All right, let's see. Laney says, I don't think Bama should be in the playoffs if Tennessee ain't in the playoffs. And so it's a very interesting triangle, if we put it that way. Because, and again, I don't want to confuse how it played out, but that conversation between Georgia, Alabama, and Tennessee, where it's like one team has beat the other but lost to the other team. So it's like who gets in if the records are all similar? Because I remember they did Tennessee foul a couple years when Hendon Hooker was the quarterback for Tennessee, and I remember they had beat someone head to head. I can't remember who it was. If it was Alabama at that time, I think they had beat Alabama that year. But Hendon Hooker had got injured, so they used that as an excuse to justify them leapfrogging Tennessee with a team that had beat them. And this was a couple years ago because Hendon Hooker's been out of college football for what, like 2, 3 years now. So I think that was the year that they basically, even though Tennessee had won head to head during that conversation, they got leapfrogged by another team. So the committee has shown they will go rogue if need be. Let's see, RC says 6-4. He put that six real small, so JB couldn't see it. It's Iowa's more truthful record. 6-4. So, Braden size shaking his head there. I mean, but it's bowl eligible. I mean, who's the remaining teams on the schedule? You guys expected to beat them? Samuel says NCAA college football game national championship on the date Monday 20th of 2025 at Atlanta, Georgia, where we get to watch Ohio State play somebody. Just saying. Just saying. All right, so here we go. They've got Jerry Judy in the backfield. That's right, you heard me correctly. Jerry Judy lined up in the backfield. Chubb is the up back. They're going to give it to Chubb. I saw that one coming a mile away. Tried to trick him by putting Jerry Judy back there, but yeah, you do that if you want to. When you got Chubb lined up at the fullback, Samuel says who's going to win the national championship? It's going to be them Buckeyes. You heard it here first. The Ohio State. We're bringing it home. We're bringing it home. How many teams do you guys feel like should make it from the playoffs from the SEC? Because there's a lot of good teams, a lot of good teams in the SEC. So how many teams do you guys feel like would be appropriate to add to the college football playoffs? Meanwhile, the pass, the completion there to his tight end. Look at that. My goodness. And Atkins getting it on. And now we got a first and goal situation here for Cleveland. A touchdown would be huge. It would be tremendous. It would be heartbreaking if you're a Steeler fan. It would just make them crumble at this point. Insane. All right, so let's see what happens here. First and goal. And Chubb fighting forward. All right, picks up a couple yards there. Archie says, my T-Wolves. And you say Braden and JB, huh? You say flip the words after T-Wolves around. And so it's a lot of work right there. A lot of work right there. Let's see. RC says, Samuel, you mean in Atlanta, Georgia? Meanwhile, Cleveland putting together another impressive drive right now. Jameis Winston, he's squinting out there. He can barely see. He's wishing he had visors right now, but that would just freeze up. Tight end goes in motion, gives it to Nick Chubb, and Nick Chubb is going to pick up maybe a yard there. Third down coming up. So what do you do? That is the question. All right, so medical staff here is taking a look at one of the Steelers' defensive players here, And again, 3rd and goal is where we are here in the 4th quarter with 12 minutes and 38 seconds to go, with the Browns up 10-6 right now. All right, so we'll see how that plays out. Again, 3rd and goal. So what do you call here? All right, let's see how creative they get. All right, so here we go. 3rd and goal, and it's a play fake. Throws it up there all by himself. He dropped the ball. He dropped the ball. I can't believe it. I know it's bad weather, but he dropped the ball. And Joku must be joking out there because he dropped the ball. 4th down coming up, and that's huge. You get that touchdown, you would have put the Steelers in a bind. That's massive. Steeler fans everywhere, they were holding their breath on that one. Wow. Way to go, Njoku. Way to go. So now, 4th down. Coach says after something like that, we got to go for it. He wants it bad. But what do? Do you call a draw play here for Chubb? What do? Snaps the ball. Jameis hopping around. Jameis moving around. Jameis hops in that end zone. Gets a touchdown. My goodness, famous Jameis dives into the end zone, whatever it takes. He was slipping, he was sliding, but he made it happen. 10 plays, 65 yards, 4 minutes and 40 seconds off the clock. Browns are happy. The Steelers, they're certainly excited to see. I'm sorry, not the Steelers. The Ravens, they're excited about what they just saw right there. And so they're hoping that Pittsburgh slips up. Wow, this is really big here. This is why you don't go off the record when it comes to divisional games. But how about that? So now, all right, they're getting a little beside themselves now. They want to go for 2 right now. So, okay. 2-point try here. And Jameis throws one. Oh, what a catch. And Njoku gets that one. And Njoku gets that one. How about that? How about that? All right, let's see. And Samuel says that national championship from 2019 consisted of the LSU Tigers and the Clemson Tigers. And he says that the final score is 42-25 in that one, with LSU coming away victorious in that one. And Braden says, whoa, Jameis. Whoa, Jameis. Let's see. Samuel says national championship LSU Tigers versus LSU. All right, I read that one there. Okay. And Braden says, LOL, RC. And that right there takes us to the commercial with the score right now. Browns 18, Steelers 6. How about that? Wow. That is insane. And again, we are currently right now here at the commercial here. And so Pittsburgh got their work cut out here. The weather's already against you. And now you may have to air it out a little bit here. So we'll see how they do. We will see how they do. All right. And you say crazy game. National champion of the 2019-2020 was the LSU Tigers for the W. That is right. That is right. That is absolutely right. Braden was actually a part of the special teams that year for LSU. Good old Braden back there on the kick return. So we'll see what the Pittsburgh Steelers do to try to respond. All right, so the Browns getting ready for the kickoff here. Again, fourth quarter with 12 minutes and 16 seconds left to go. Kick off on the way. Gets it from his own 5. It's at the 15, the 20, 25, 30. Brought down at about the 32-yard line. That's Colorado Patterson there. So with 12 minutes and 10 seconds left to go here in the fourth, let us see what they do. All right, you say, was I on during that game? And so I was actually not live streaming during that time there. Samuel actually was not. Meanwhile, quick pass there, caught there by the tight end. Okay. And now if you're Pittsburgh, you got to think about that clock. That's a major concern right now. All right, so we got a 2nd and 6 right now. Here in the shotgun. And Justin Fields going to keep it himself here. Justin Fields running, still running, and he's tripped up out of bounds. What a major play there for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So how about that? That's why you have a dual threat quarterback as an option there to come in for plays just like that. And hey, sometimes it works out. Sometimes it works out. That was a massive pickup there. 30 yards there for Justin Fields. And he could have had more had the guy not ran him down. And Fields feeling it himself here, runs it. All right, so you got a little 2nd down coming up. All right, so they're letting Justin Fields get a good amount of this package in here now. I guess considering the circumstances here, I thought Russ was doing a pretty good job though, airing it out. But they want to give that extra dynamic of being able to run the ball. Let's see, 2nd and 12. Fields looking. Fields throws one up there. Oh, incomplete. If I'm George Pickens, I'm looking at the coach's side like, what we doing, bro? What we doing? If we're gonna throw the ball, put Russ back in there. Like what are we doing? But wait a minute, there's a penalty here. Okay, that's another way to move the ball here. Roughing the passer. And now Fields is gonna march to the sideline there, grimacing a little bit. But he did what he needed to do. Come in there, provide a spark, help the offense out. And now we'll see if Russ can guide them back. 10 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter of play. Again, the Browns up 18-6. Snaps it, feeds it to Najee, and Najee's fighting forward there. Picks up a couple yards there. 9 minutes and 50 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter of play. Samuel says national championship, Washington versus Michigan. The final one was 34-13. Yes, that was a very painful one right there for JB, Samuel. Very painful as a Buckeye fan to see that happen. Braden says JB's favorite national championship. Braden, you should feel the same. As an Iowa Hawkeye, you still represent the Big Ten. You should feel the same way about seeing that team, the Sign Steelers, go out there and cheat their way to success. And so, Carmichael, do my eyes deceive me? Carmichael's in the building, currently sitting #1 in our fantasy football league, taking time out of his busy schedule to grace us with his presence. Carmichael, what's good with you? All right, 2nd and 3 for the Steelers. Play fake. Wilson on the move. Wilson throws it to Najee Harris at the backfield, and Harris takes it to the 5-yard line. Okay, so 5 yards away from that end zone with 9 minutes remaining here in the fourth. And let's see. Braden says, oh, I wanted Washington to win it. He wanted Washington to win it. I did too. Let's see. Samuel says, Ohio State National Championship win 2025. You bet your bottom dollar that's going to happen there, Samuel. Believe it. Carmichael says, not feeling good right now. This is the yearly trap game. And so, oh, man, Carmichael, I know right now you are livid right now. But maybe a touchdown might make it a little bit easier on you right now. But here we go. It's an end around play. And, oh, he gets brought down. He gets brought down. With his size, it looked like he wanted to throw the ball, but yeah, Colorado Patterson barely recognized him there. It looked like he gained a little bit of weight, Colorado Patterson. I'm not even lying. Let's see. Mr. JB says, let's go Browns. And Carmichael says, well, you know it's hard. Janu Smith got you 24 points last week. Oh, man, Janu Smith just flat out balling out there for you. He couldn't do it for my Patriots, though. He couldn't do it for us. But I'm happy that he's of use to your fantasy team. All right, so another flag thrown out there. Again, fourth quarter with 8 minutes and 12 seconds left to go. Browns up 18-6. And Samuel says, me too. Let's see. Braden says, stuff like a turkey. Carmichael says, this is going to be another field goal. It's one of those situations where Carmichael knows his team very well. Well, let's see if that's accurate. 1st and goal. Feeds it up the middle, and that's going to be a touchdown. And Jalen Warren says, I got you, buddy, for the touchdown. How about that? Jalen Warren. So now Pittsburgh, 7 plays, 69 yards, and that was 4 minutes and 19 seconds off the clock in terms of time possession there. And so they capped it off there in the end zone. They're down by 6 points right now. So let's see what they do. And Samuel says, hey, your Josh is on National Championship 2025 live stream. And so that is the game plan. Yes, Samuel, especially with them Buckeyes who are anticipated going to be there this year. Can't miss it. All right, here goes the extra point here for the Steelers. And the extra point, it is good. All right, so extra point is good. That's going to make it 18-13 right now. So Browns up by 5, but the Steelers, they just got a touchdown. So that puts the pressure back on the Browns. What are they going to do here with 7 minutes and 57 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter of Thursday Night Football? And Carmichael says, what? Actually can't really believe hearing touchdown right now. So there you go. You say 8-2 and still can't believe you heard a touchdown. It's been that kind of a season, huh? It's been that kind of a season. And let's see. Samuel says, good. Okay, thank you, buddy. And so absolutely. Carmichael says, Boss should be first team All-Pro. And so, hey, from what I've seen this season, he's been up there. He should be. No arguments here. He should be. Absolutely. Absolutely. But again, fourth quarter with under 8 minutes left to go. Score right now, Browns 18, Steelers 13. Steelers are going to need their defense to come up big for them here on this drive here. Cannot let the Browns go down there and execute a long drive. You at least want to save your team in this kind of a weather, at least a good solid 4 minutes to work with, for your own offense when the weather's like this. So we'll see. We shall see. All right, let's see. Carmichael said, I tried trading for Pickens in our fantasy league like a month ago. Should have offered more than what you did. And so I wonder who has George Pickens in our fantasy league. I don't even know who has George Pickens. All I know is that Saquon Barkley's been a thorn in my heel in every single league that I'm in. Somehow I end up playing against this guy multiple times already in the year. So that has been JB's issue. Let's see. Samuel says, hey, you, Josh, a Sunday night or Monday night game doing a live stream start time. And so, so I will be doing, or at least I have scheduled to do Sunday night football and Monday night football. Now, for Sunday night football, let JB check real quick to remind myself who is playing for Sunday night football this upcoming Sunday night. And that's going to be. All right, so Sunday night football is the Eagles and the Rams. So that's going to be 8:20 Eastern time. So yes, JB will be live streaming that one there Sunday. The Eagles and the Rams at 8:20 Eastern time. I know 80 love those Eagles there for sure. And then Monday night football, the Baltimore Ravens against the LA Chargers. So that's going to be a good game. That's going to be a real good game there. So certainly don't want to miss that one. Plus, I got a lot of guys in fantasy football for both the Eagles and the Ravens. So I already know who I want to win those for sure. All right. Meanwhile, Jerome Ford getting tagged on that sideline. They're trying to rip that ball out. They really are. And of course, a reminder that Saturday, I will be live streaming Saturday at noon Eastern time, Indiana versus Ohio State. So come through and cheer for Ohio State. I know it's tempting to go for Indiana because they're new, but you cannot forsake JB in his time of need, guys. Braden says, oh, here we go. Carmichael says, I don't remember, but I mean last week only one player had below 13 points for you. Oh man, your team is hitting on all cylinders right now, Carmichael. That is great. Will Carmichael end up being our champion? He spent all offseason doing mock drafts to prepare after everybody teased him last year for taking Najee Harris with the 4th overall pick the year prior. So he came back with a vengeance this year, said he's going to eliminate everybody who said something about his pick. All right, but here we go after that 1-yard pickup there by Nick Chubb. Look at the fans. Their dedication. They are freezing out there, but yet they're still dedicated. 2nd and 9 here in the fourth quarter with 7 minutes and 15 seconds to go. Browns with the football and the lead, 18-13. Here we go in the shotgun. Fakes it. Oh, Jameis fumbled the ball. Jameis lost the ball. Leave it to famous Jameis to mess things up. This is why you can't have good things right now, Cleveland, because every quarterback you put out there, they do something like this that costs you the game right now. And if you're a Cleveland fan, you live it right now. You live it. First of all, why did you guys pass the ball? You know Jameis, he doesn't protect the ball like that. You already know that. And the weather on top of that, come on, man. But 65, what are you doing? What are you doing? This ain't two-hand touching. Even if it was, he didn't have the football. How about that? But Carmichael, I know you're ecstatic about that play. Samuel says, thank you, buddy. Of course. Carmichael says, personally, I think you should just give me the championship for fantasy right now. That's not how it works, Carmichael. Because right now, my team, balling. We are balling. All we got to do is just catch you on a bad day. Let's see. You said who I'm picking for Saturday night? I'm sorry, Saturday game at noon. Of course, Ohio State. Oh my goodness, Pickens was wide open and the ball was behind. I don't know if they couldn't locate it because of the snow. Whatever it was, that hurts. That hurts. That hurts. John Michael says, let's go. Famous Jameis is back. Cleveland is doggy. Oh, man. RC says 3Q Mo. I'm surprised that RC's not saying that he wants JBOT. All right, so here we go. Russell Wilson and company. Receiver goes in motion. Going to hand it to Najee Harris. And Najee Harris fighting forward, still fighting forward for every yard he can. I don't know how many yards that is. All I see is white across the field. It might be a 4-yard pickup, though. Third down coming up. Again, fourth quarter with about 6 minutes and 40 seconds left to go. A pivotal third down right now for both sides here. Pivotal third down. Braden says, it's happening. Carmichael says, this is what Cleveland is. I've been hating on Cleveland forever. And he says, next week is going to be bad for you. Oh, man, is it really? You must have a lot of guys in a bye week. All right, here we go. 3rd and 6. Wilson throws it, and it's this time he gets the completion for a touchdown. Touchdown to Calvin Austin III. How about that? Calvin Austin. How about that? Touchdown. Wow. 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 Let's see. Samuel says, me too. I got to pick Ohio State. Hey, that's what's up. Samuel's got my back, guys. He's got my back. Carmichael says, listen and hear me out. Mike Williams, touchdown to win. Well, you got the touchdown part correct, but that was Calvin Austin III with the catch there. He says, told you. Braden says, wow, how about that? And Braden says, touchdown. RC says, OT, let's go. Now for the 2-point attempt. And a 2-point attempt will certainly make it a possibility for some OT. Let's see. Carmichael says, well, I feel pretty good now. Carmichael says he believes he can fly. All right, the 2-point try. Braden says, what a throw by Wilson. Here we go. Speaking of Wilson, 2-point play. Throws it up there. Incomplete. 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 All right, that just makes it a lot more interesting, guys. With 6 minutes and 15 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter play. And right now, Pittsburgh, they were down 18-6, but they climbed back on top. That's what great teams do. Despite the weather, despite being on the road, despite it being a division game here, they went ahead and found a way to make it do what it do. Great teams find a way. And now they're back on top, 19-18. What will Jameis and company do? That's what we're going to find out. Let's see. Samuel says, hey, yeah, Josh, he says, is on. I got the Steelers or the Browns here. And so right now, JB's going to stick with his pick. Oh, that's right. We didn't do the thing yesterday, so you guys don't know who I chose. I chose the Steelers pregame to win this one here. So I'm sticking with my pick of the Steelers to win this one. How about that? Let's see. RC says, we're in the third quarter, JB. And so, come on, RC. You did that deliberately. And you were going to wait till JB's eyes look at the clock and stuff like that. But we are not in the third quarter. Let's see. Carmichael says, doesn't matter. This is the Steelers game. The Watt, you say, Watt will make a play. TJ Watt will make a play. Braden says, this is like the Packers and Bears game from Sunday. That's right, Braden. I'm glad you remind me of that. You guys got away from one. I was thinking to myself, oh, man, this is it. We might get to see Lewis come back now because his Bears will, have won a game there. Then, bam, heartbreaking fashion. You guys denied them again. We haven't seen Lewis in a minute now. After they lost to the Patriots, he went MIA and now, losing to the Packers. Who knows when we'll see him back. But, man, poor Lewis. Samuel says him too. He got the Steelers as well. Carmichael says Steelers should be winning by 50. They just didn't want the Browns to feel bad. And so you heard it here first from Carmichael. And again, we're about to come back from the commercial here in a second. Again, still 6 minutes and 15 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter of play with the Steelers now on top 19-18. What will the Browns do to respond? Let's find this one out. We're going to find it out. Does famous Jameis have enough left to make a play? Can Nick Chubb help guide the Browns down the field? They're down by 1 point. Carmichael says pity points. He says those PP stands for pity points. All right. Oh, look at that. At the 20, at the 30, brought down at the 32-yard line. He struggled to handle it to begin with, but now let's see with 6 minutes and 9 seconds left to go here. How's this going to play out the rest of the way? We're going to find that out. And Samuel says next game, the Browns versus the Broncos game. Start time is 7:15 on December the 2nd, which happens to be a Monday. Appreciate that there, Samuel. Carmichael says, I wish they still had Cade York. I did like Cade York, but Cade York, he was messing up a little bit, wasn't he? Was messing up a little bit. But I know that's exactly why you miss him. All right, 1st and 10. They're going to go, looks like 4 receivers, 1 tight end. Jameis throws it quick, deflected. Ball's deflected in the air, and Carmichael warned us all. Says that D-line will get after it. Ogunja B with the deflection. 2nd and 10 coming up. RC said, JB, I had dozed off and don't know how long I was out. That's why I asked what quarter. And so I got you. Well, yeah, 4th quarter, buddy. 4th quarter. RC said, you got a taste for Fryo. And so, oh, man. Yeah, I was about to say Fryo. Like, what? Carmichael says, this is Friday. It's like what he meant, Gyro. Gyro, all right. All right, but here we go. They called a flag, gift him with a first. Defensive holding on Joey Porter. That's what they called. Joey Porter Jr. All right, so here we go here for Jameis from their own 37. They're going to hand the ball up the middle. And Chubb's going to pick up about 4 yards there on a carry. 6 minutes left to go here in the 4th. And what do you know about that? They got DTR in there. I didn't realize he was in the game. All right, I'm sorry. Let's pick up a 2. I can't tell anything with the snow in the field. It's a pick up a 2, they called that one. All right, so 5 minutes and 37 seconds left to go here in the 4th quarter. All right, 2 receivers, 2 tight ends, 1 back from their own 40-yard line. Gets the snap, Jameis. Oh, they're going to stop the play. They're going to stop the play here. And you know what that means. They're heading in the wrong direction right now. False start on the offense. And Samuel says, who is going to be 2025's Super Bowl champion of Super Bowl 59? Who will it be? And so that's a very good question. Some would say it could be the Chiefs. Others would say it could be the Lions. You know, Carmichael would say it could be the Steelers. Could even be the Bills. All right, 3rd and 12. Play fake, bootlegging, and avoids the rush. And Jameis throws this one, gets the completion, big time completion to Jerry Jeudy, and a 1st down for the Cleveland Browns. But wait a minute. I don't think that Jameis is doing a celebration over there. He is getting up real slow, hobbling back to the line. He definitely paid for that one, putting it all on the line for his team. I need Tillman to get back in the game for my fantasy team. I have no idea what word they've said so far about Tillman. All right, let's see. Carmichael says, this is done, man. Refs versus the Steelers. Carmichael says, this is like the Commanders game all over again. You say false start. Meanwhile, Jameis bootlegging the other direction there. Throws it, and it's incomplete. Incomplete. Elijah Moore, the intended target there. 2nd and 10 coming up. And Samuel asked, am I going to be doing an NBA basketball game live stream there? And so maybe at some point, but not during football season. Certainly will not be during football season, but maybe after football season there. For sure, I'll be doing college basketball, but the NBA, it's a possibility. I might get a couple games in there. Carmichael says Browns are literally trash. He said the Steelers are going to be 7-time Super Bowl winners. Carmichael says this is dumb. Brown should have gotten some type of flag there. I don't know, but something. 2nd and 10, play fake. Jameis throws it. Ooh, incomplete there. Dangerous pass. Dangerous pass. 3rd down coming up, guys. 3rd and 10. So we got a 3rd and 10 situation here in the 4th quarter with 4 minutes and 28 seconds left to go. And Samuel says, good, okay, thanks, buddy. And of course, Samuel. And Carmichael says, come on, this is the sack. He said, this is the moment for the sack here on 3rd and 10. So on 3rd and 10, the Browns so far today, they're 0 for 7 on 3rd down. Is this going to be 0 for 8? Let's find out. Jameis gets the snap out of the shotgun there. Browns gives him time. He throws an interception. An interception. How about that? Straight to the defense. How about that, Carmichael? It may not have been a sack, but it was an interception. How about that? And the Steelers, they're literally rolling in it here in the 4th with 4 minutes and 22 seconds to go. Turn on the clock accelerator at this point. And Carmichael says, let's go. He says, let's go. Yes. And all Brady can say is, oh, Jameis, oh, Jameis. Wherefore art thou skills, Jameis? You say sack and interception, the same thing. That's right. You can change a man's jersey, but sometimes you can't change the man himself. Letting his team down in many ways right now. Let's see. Carmichael says who got the interception. So let's see who indeed got that interception. The interception was credited to D. Jackson. Who is D. Jackson? That would be Dante Jackson. Yep, Dante Jackson there for the Steelers. And Carmichael says, helping your fantasy team. So you got the Steelers defense for your fantasy team. I should not be surprised by that. Should not be surprised by that. And you say Dante Jackson out there making it do what it do to catch the ball in these conditions. Impressive. All right, so let's see. And again, Jameis just doing Jameis type things, apparently, turning the ball over. And Carmichael says, let's go. His 4th pick of the year. And so, well, you get to go against Jameis Winston. That's going to help the interception numbers. That will help the interception numbers for sure. All right, so here we go. 1st and 10. Gonna feed the ball here to Najee Harris, and Najee Harris is gonna pick up about 3 yards there on the play. And of course, if you're the Steelers, you just want that clock to continue to run. Carmichael says you like Jameis until he became a Brown, and so I understand how that is. But the man just out here trying to collect a check. All right, here goes 2nd and 7 with 3 minutes and 50 seconds left to go. The Browns have all 3 timeouts. All right, here in the shotgun. Gets the snap. Runs the ball off the right side. And Najee Harris is going to pick up A decent gain there, about a good 3 yards there. And Samuel says a new post coming soon to the community on the date of Thursday, the 28th of November, and add comments. And so, of course, all right, so the Browns are going to call their first timeout. They're thinking about the clock here in the fourth quarter with 3 minutes, 34 seconds left to go. All right, so you got a 3rd and 4 situation, which is really big because obviously with every first down there, that's more time off the clock there. Carmichael says maybe another score put us up by more, but obviously you want that clock to keep ticking. But they got Justin Fields in there. Justin Fields in there on a 3rd down, 3rd and 4. Let's see. Carmichael says pass. We need Russell to make a throw. And Fields looking. Fields going deep. Incomplete. And no yellow hanky. Oh, man. George Pickens, he is livid right now. He should be frustrated with his coach for putting him in that situation there. It's like Carmichael just said, Rush should have been there. You know you're going to throw the ball. You know you need to throw the ball there. And clearly you know who the better passer is, but you're just going to put Fields out there in that situation with the game on the line in a situation like this. Nah, I can't co-sign that. I'm sorry. I can't co-sign that. And Carmichael says new post there on that Friday as well there. So looking forward to the post. And Carmichael says, Justin, if he can make a play. Well, we all found that out. So now Cleveland gets the football back. 3 minutes and 22 seconds to go. And 2 timeouts also. So you got the 2-minute warning. You got 2 timeouts, 3 minutes, 22 seconds. You're down by 1 point. But look at that terrible punt. Let's see. Carmichael says, put Russ in there to throw it. That is mind-boggling moves right there. Carmichael says, what is Tomlin thinking? Is he thinking is the question. All right, but here we go. Jameis Winston and company. The football, excellent field position there. Already from the 45. They're going to give it to Nick Chubb. And Nick Chubb picks, I'm sorry, that's not Nick Chubb. That's Jerome Ford. So Jerome Ford picks up a nice pickup on the play. 3:05 left to go here. Oh, man. Oh, man. Carmichael says, put him in at quarterback and he'll get the job done. Braden says, oh, Steelers. Oh, Steelers. All right, 2nd and 4 with 2 minutes and 50 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter of play. Winston up under center, looking, rush all around him. Winston still has time, throws it. Oh, once again, this time it's Atkins that drops it, but he was all by himself. All by himself. Carmichael says that he hopes that Ford slips on the snow and fumbles. Look at that. He was all by himself. There wasn't a soul near him. Now, how Jameis kept his composure, stayed in the pocket, and threw that one is beyond me. But his guy was all by himself, and he dropped that ball. That's not on Jameis there. That's on Jordan Atkins with the abominable drop. But here you go. 3rd and 4. Winston gets the snap. Winston throws it. Ball deflected. Ball tipped. Incomplete. 4th down coming up. So 4th and 4 as Jameis looks to the sideline. Jameis struggling to see with all that snow hitting him dead in the eyes right there. You can see he is struggling right now to see. Let's see. Carmichael says, even the Browns don't want to win. Just let you guys win. Carmichael says, let's go. Big play. Big play. Is Carmichael ahead of JB? What is about to transpire here on 4th down? So 4th and 4 with 2 minutes and 36 seconds left to go here. Winston gets the snap. Winston throws it. And that's going to be completed for a first down for the Cleveland Browns. He finds Jerry Jeudy for the first down. Let's see. Carmichael says TJ Watt, big pressure play here. And again, now with fresh new set of downs to work with. Quick pass. And it's completed there on the sideline. So it's going to be a pickup of about a good 7 yards there with 2:05 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Again, the score is right now Steelers 19, Browns 18. And Carmichael says not the big play he wanted. And Braden says big catch. So they got a 2nd and 2 coming up here. We're almost at the 2-minute mark, guys. Almost at the 2-minute mark. Shotgun. Gonna feed it to Jerome. And Jerome gets back to the line of scrimmage there. Not much there. And Carmichael says, this ain't fun no more, guys. He said this ain't fun. He is not enjoying this at all. And RC says, jab, when is the next? I had to say it. I had to say it. JB, when is the next stream? The next stream is tomorrow night, Friday at 7:30 Eastern time. And again, that's going to be me, Old Man Mob, and also in the Zoe for our talk show on Friday. But the next play-by-play is going to be Saturday when Ohio State faces Indiana 2 versus 5 here in the Big Ten showdown, in which Ohio State still got to show Indiana like, hey, we're still the top dogs here. I'm looking forward to that. But it's going to be a good one, though. It's going to be a good one. That's for sure. Carmichael says, stop them on third already. Stop them on third. He's like, stop the madness. Carmichael says, Carmichael, you're rooting for Indiana, and here I am rooting for your Steelers, and you're rooting against my Buckeyes, Carmichael? What's that about? RC said, JB, I just looked at a restaurant menu prices from 5 years ago compared to the prices changed 2 years ago. Their food all jumped up by at least $3 in price. Shaking his head. And so, oh man. Let's see. Carmichael says, listen. Carmichael. And here I thought we had an alliance. But we're at that 2-minute mark, guys. 3rd and 1 right now at the Pittsburgh 24-yard line. If you're Cleveland, if you're the Steelers, you don't want them to get this first down. You really don't want them to score at all. You would love a turnover, but you really don't want them to get this first down here because a first down means more time or at least timeouts that you're going to have to burn and all of that. And let's see. Carmichael says you can't forgive them for beating Penn State. And so, oh, man, Carmichael, well, I guess Braden can't forgive us either there for beating Iowa there. RC said their burgers used to be $7 plus tax. Now they're $10. Oh man, drivers used to be $6. Now they're $9.50. Same thing with their pizza puffs. You know what, RC? We should strike. We should strike. Let's see. And let's see. Braden says, go Hoosiers. And RC says, El Trumpy Trumpito lied to us. You say you want lower price foods. RC is demanding it right now. Speaking of eating right now, let's see if the Browns will be able to get a first and eat some of this clock, or if the Steelers can get them in the backfield. Let's see what TJ's got in store right now. I'm looking at him. 3rd and 2. Play fake. Jameis got hit there. Incomplete. And if you're the Steelers, that's what you needed. Now, why on earth would the Browns call a play fake and put the ball in the hands of Jameis right there? No idea. But wait a minute. Hold up. There's a penalty. What is this flag about to be? Oh, my goodness. Carmichael said, who hit him? Oh, my goodness. They are discussing. They're either discussing that or maybe the menu. Oh, my goodness. Wait, what are they discussing? Whew. Carmichael says, no way. No way. RC says slams fist on the table. JB, you know it's bad when restaurant food costs the same as grocery store food. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. Leslie Samuel says, hey, you Josh is on weather cool now. And so we're about 53 degrees over here. About 53 degrees currently right now, Samuel. So JB's loving it. But that flag right there, though, that's massive. That is massive. Oh. All right. So all of that, and I can't hear the audio, so I don't know what was said, but it looks like illegal touch pass, which was declined. All right. All right. Carmichael said, no way Steelers did something. He says, no way. All right. So since they declined it, so Cleveland facing 4th and 2 right now. All right, let's see. San Francisco 45 Fahrenheit daggers cool now at Vicksburg, Mississippi. All right, and Carmichael's predicting the 4th down stop right now. Let's see. This would pretty much be it if they can get this ball back. This could be huge. All right, so 3rd and 7 right now is what we ended. So it was a lot to get here, a lot to get here. Carmichael said, better be or someone is getting fired tonight. All right, 3rd and 7. Let's see what the Browns opt to call here from the 30-yard line of the Steelers. Steelers are going to call the timeout here. All right, so they're going to call the timeout. It's the 2nd timeout. Carmichael says, okay, stop him on 3rd. He says, still got to stop him. Still got to stop him. Stop him on 3rd. All right, so here we go. 3rd and 7. Jameis in the pocket. Jameis throws one up there, and he finds Jerry Jeudy for the big 1st down there for the Cleveland Browns. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Carmichael, how did you guys let that happen? Joey Porter, what is he doing? Oh, my goodness. Wow. Carmichael says, I don't like this. Why can't we have an easy win? Always got to make you have a heart attack. Samuel says, next month soon, December coming, is Santa Christmas Eve tonight. And let's see. Carmichael says, this is dumb. Real dumb. He says, fire JPJ. Says, bench him. Oh, man. So now 1st and goal situation here in the Steelers. They have one timeout right now. One timeout right now. And the Browns in excellent field position right now. And of course, they're going to run the ball here. And Nick Chubb still chubbing his way. Oh, man. He's like a yard or 2 away from that end zone. Wow. Carmichael said he'd rather put his grandma in there. So Grandma Carmichael, I hope you can cover. Willie, what's good? What's good? Willie says, hey, JB, good game. Call tonight. I appreciate that. And as always, appreciate you. How are you? Braden says, Carmichael. And he also says, Judge Judy. Carmichael says, let them score. Let them score. And that's exactly what they proceed to do, is get the touchdown. Nick Chubb. An old man said he sat Nick Chubb on his bench. Let him think about that tonight. Braden says that Chubb is dashing through the snow. Carmichael says, put the newborn baby in there. Samuel says he's ready for next December. Carmichael says he'll literally do. He's literally done. Braden says, yes, fantasy points. Oh, man. Oh, man. So now it's a 5-point game right here. Jameis Winston and company looking to try to make it a touchdown lead. This is big because if he gets this, then JBOT is a possibility. But if he doesn't, then someone's going to win it in regulation either way. Heavy formation. Tight end goes in motion. Winston up under center. Got a up back in the backfield here. And it's going to be a penalty here. Going to be a penalty. Little false start there. Let's see. Carmichael says done. Let's see. Willie says, I'm winning in fantasy thanks to trading Flowers. Who'd you get back in exchange for Flowers? And that's what's up. Let's see. Braden said he didn't set him. He says he knows better. Carmichael said just give up 9-8 as soon as, I'm sorry, at the ATP. But man, what a turnaround this was. What a turnaround this was. The Browns, it took a little work to get there, but they got there. Samuel says, good, great game now. Samuel says, crazy game now. Carmichael says, I'll just settle for a 9-8. At least we beat the Ravens. Let's see. You said you got D-Hop in exchange? Okay. And, oh, incomplete. So now we know there will be no chance at an overtime. So 57 seconds left in this one. The Steelers, they got one timeout here. They got Russell Wilson, and Russ so far in this one, 18 of 22 for 241 yards and a touchdown. Can he deliver with 57 seconds left in the snow on the road? Let's find out. And Carmichael says the Steelers aren't winning this. And Willie says consistency, some good, nice consistency. That's all you really want. That's all you really want. A little consistency to know what to expect from your guy. Absolutely. So how about that? So 57 seconds left and one timeout remaining for the Pittsburgh Steelers here. We'll see how this one plays out the rest of the way. And Carmichael says, I'm just going to go to sleep sad tonight. Can't believe we lost to this sorry Browns team. Carmichael's counting them out. Doesn't believe his team can come through here for a touchdown. Knowing Mike Tomlin, he might just stick in Justin Fields again. All right, but let's see. There's still 57 seconds. There's still a timeout. Carmichael says he doesn't have hope at all. Well, he may not have hope, but he does have George Pickens. So maybe George Pickens can make a play. Or usually Calvin Austin III. He's good for busting a big one, although he did have one already for 46 yards. But we'll see. We will see. All right, Browns are getting ready for the kickoff here. All right, and the return. All right, so let's see what Pittsburgh can do offensively with 50 seconds and one timeout to work with. Carmichael says all we needed was a stop. He said he wasn't asking for much. All you needed was a stop. Samuel says, come on, Steelers, win tonight now. Can they do it? That's the question. If you believe in Russ, then type in Russ, we trust. But if you believe in the Browns, then say they're cooked. All right, but let's see. If you believe in miracles, can the Steelers come away with something fantastic? Shotgun formation here. 4 receivers, 1 tight end. 50 seconds, gets the snap. Russ looking. Russ throws it, gets the completion here to his tight end, and his tight end is going to pick up. Looks like a first down here. Depends on where they spot the ball. Should be a first down. 38 seconds. 35 seconds. They do have one timeout, but Russ taking a lot of time off that clock here. 30 seconds. Calling for the ball. Gets the ball. Looking. Still looking. Moving. Running. No. Throws it. And all of that to throw an incompletion when you could have called a timeout and saved yourself a lot more time here and called a better play than that. You took off so much time on that one play. That was like 28 seconds. 28 seconds that you took off on that one, man. That's just what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? You should have burned a timeout there. Carmichael says we're cooked. He says they're cooked. RC said, JB, you're almost at the end, bro. Will you make it? JB, hope so. Carmichael says he's done. Laney says, good night, JB. Good night to you, Laney. Thanks for coming through. Russ looking. Russ throws it short. Jalen Warren with the reception. Jalen Warren taking out the contact. Jalen Warren brought down. 16 seconds here. And that was Del Pitt on the tackle there. Braden says, oh, RC, JB's been worse games than this. And why you got to say it like that, Braden? Carmichael says, just throw up a moon ball to Pickens. What is this underneath throwing? He doesn't understand it. $16 seconds. Oh, man, let's see. RC says, Ford died. JB trying to outrace a train at the train railroad crossing. Oh, man, that's horrible, man. That is horrible. Absolutely horrible, RC. Let's see. Carmichael says, maybe we should do a jet sweep. Maybe. I mean, it would certainly catch them off guard. All right, 16 seconds remaining here. Russ throws one up there, incomplete, throws that one away. 10 seconds remaining. Yeah, you might want to start throwing it up there in the end zone here. Give yourself at least two shots in the end zone. Let's see. Braden says, what the heck, RC? That's terrible. RC says, Braden, JB, their SUV looked like a twisted shredder scrap metal. Oh, man. Carmichael says, Matt Canada special. Braden says, oh, that's bad, RC? Yeah, that is horrendous, man. Horrendous. Carmichael says, I think we might be cooked. RC said, a car versus a train will never mix. All right, here we go. And so Cleveland's going to call a timeout here. Make sure everybody understands what to expect. Carmichael says, that's horrible, RC. Absolutely. All right, but with 10 seconds remaining here in this one, can the Steelers pull off a miracle like a walk-off touchdown? We're going to find out. Braden says, yeah, RC, never try to cross a railroad while a train is coming. That's just common knowledge there. Just because you see it in the movies don't mean you got to do it. You ever heard of don't try this at home? All right, here they go. 2nd and 10. Russ looking. Russ, quick pass. Gets the completion. Receiver goes out of bounds there. Calvin Austin, the third, picks up a couple yards there. 3rd down coming up. That took off 4 seconds off the clock. RC said, Carmichael, JB, and Braden, all I can say is that is prayers to the families who lost someone in that wreck. And so, yes, absolutely. And where was this located at? Like, what state was this in? Brandon says Miles Garrett helmet is missing. And so I did notice that. I did notice that. So here we go, guys. 3rd and 1, and what might be possibly the last play of the game, potentially with 6 seconds left, unless they're going to run another short play. But all right, so a timeout called here by Cleveland. That is their final timeout. So no teams have any more timeouts. So it's all coming down to this. All coming down to this. With 6 seconds remaining. Let's see. Samuel says 4 died train railroad crossing at state. You say in Texas? Not my good state of Texas. Braden says, yeah, RC. What was that? And so let's see. RC says, Braden, I ain't never been that much of a daredevil ever. All right, so a 3rd and 1. Let's see. Carmichael says, you swear this better not be a short play. And Rush throws it up there to prayer. And it's incomplete. So Cleveland wins 24-19. The shocker. They stole one from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Cleveland has won the game. Oh man, poor Carmichael. RC says Samuel and JB, it happened up near the Chicago, Harvey, Illinois, to be exact. And so, oh man, hate to hear it. Hate to hear it. And as Braden says, that's game. You say good night, JB. You say great stream. I appreciate that and appreciate you coming through here, Braden. But yes, Cleveland found a way to win 24-19, man. That one's going to hurt the Steeler fan base. Carmack says, I'll be seeing you whenever I'm back. He said, I don't know anymore. And so, well, anytime you come through, it's always a pleasure, Carmichael. You take care, all right? You take care for sure. See you next time. RC said, they were frustrated, allegedly, JB and Braden, because they were tired of waiting behind all the freight trains. Well, now they don't have to worry about waiting anymore, and it's extremely sad. Extremely sad to hear that. Let's see. Carmichael says, bye, guys. Willie says, my fantasy is safe. You didn't start QB1 Russell Wilson there. So, okay. And RC said, unfortunately, that split decision led to their demise. And JB, have a great rest of your night. Thanks for the stream. Thank you guys for coming through. JB, know that I started the stream a little late today. I know that, but I really appreciate you guys for coming through, guys. You guys take care and see you guys next time. JB signing out. And have a great rest of the week as well. And again, JB will be live again tomorrow at 7:30 Eastern time. Again, me, Old Man Mob, and Endazo for our regular talk show there. So see you guys tomorrow. And Samuel says good night. Good night to you, Samuel. And see you on the next live there. Take care as always. And Willie says good night, bro. Much love. Yeah, much love to you as well, Willie. Take care and see you next time. And good luck to our fantasy teams. JB signing out.